I'm coming straight from the bottom, yeah. I had to hustle, yeah, I had no option. Full loaded 40 on me. No certain moves, if you move, I'ma pop it. Bitch, I'm a low. Source was cracking, the nigga, it ain't no was poppin'. I had to trap, they didn't wanna give me no jobs, I had no option. Yeah, bitch, I'm from the grove. Door of your foes, yeah. I'm in this bitch with my bros. Bitches a go. I get them in, get them out by the low. Yeah, by the low, yeah. Solid bitch, I never fold. I never fold, bitch. I'm hot as a torch. Try to touch me, you get scorched. Car faster than a Porsche. All I know, watch me score. Master Yoda got the force. There's all authentic, there's no force. They don't wanna see me young. That's why I did this on my own. On all nigga shit. No handouts or no loans, so don't call my phone. I get my whole city hope. They telling me that I'm the GOAT. You can go and take a vote. Where they come from cooking coke. Play with guns under my nose. Bitch, you know I'm really young. I will gang until I go. Roll cold until I go. Bitch, you know just how it go. Yeah, you know I'm reppin' foes. Yeah, I'm coming straight from the bottom. Yeah, I had to hustle. Yeah, I had no option. Full loaded 40 on me. No certain moves, if you move, I'ma pop it. Bitch, I'm a low. Source was cracking, the nigga, it ain't no was poppin'. I had to trap, they didn't wanna give me no jobs, I had no option. Yeah, bitch, I'm from the grove. Door of your foes, yeah. I'm in this bitch with my bros. Bitches a go. I get them in, get them out by the low. Yeah, by the low, yeah. Solid bitch, I never fold. I never fold. I'm coming straight from the bottom, yeah. I had to hustle, yeah, I had no option. Full loaded 40 on me. No certain moves, if you move, I'ma pop it. Bitch, I'm a low. Source was cracking, the nigga, it ain't no was poppin'. I had to trap, they didn't wanna give me no jobs, I had no option. Yeah, bitch, I'm from the grove. Door of your foes, yeah. I'm in this bitch with my bros. Bitches a go. I get them in, get them out by.
Hey, this little motherfucker better nigga, bitch. Hey, I threw my soul on this motherfucking beat. I kill a nigga just to make sure that I eat. Listen to my heart, I hear my daughter when that beat. Talk to Moo, he hear Dashay when I speak, yeah. Mama told me watch all the company you keep, yeah. Slide on the west and then we post up on the east, yeah. I'm on your neck, it ain't no motherfucker sleep, yeah. Creep up on you, I know some motherfucking creeps, yeah. Hey, just be patient, your time gon' come. Like a rock star on the stage, I just mind my drum. Pull a pistol in the middle of some beef, I'm behind my gun. If it ain't the police, you can never name a time I run. Easty nigga, I kept that dope in my socks, okay. You better duck or get motherfucking shot, yeah, okay. You ain't my brother if you fucking with ops, yeah, okay. Stick up your plug and have him take me to your spot, yeah, okay. See, you don't understand that peek through them blinds. I was dancing with the devil, brother, time after time. Guarantee you see murder, you take a look inside my eyes. Money called me and told me they all acting surprised. Can't believe what you saying, I know you wear a disguise. You gon' fail trying to play me, you gon' die trying to try. Put some shots in this upper body, put his soul in the sky. I am not with the back and forth, all my niggas tryna slide on gorillas. Through my soul on this motherfucking beat. I kill a nigga just to make sure that I eat. Listen to my heart, I hear my daughter when that beats. Talk to Moo, he hear Dashay when I speak, yeah. Mama told me watch all the company you keep, yeah. Slide on the west and then we post up on the east, yeah. I'm on your neck, it ain't no motherfucking sleep, yeah. Creep up on you, I know some motherfucking creeps, yeah. See, you don't hate me, you just hate the addiction. I remember being alone in the most fucked up position. I pray to God every night, remove me out these conditions. See, they gon' judge before they know you and really see how you living. Can't expect you to pay attention and really seek out the difference. But let me warn you, please keep my name up out of your mentions. I'd rather. Nah, fuck that nigga, I'm finna. With a gang, man. EBK.
Fire, yeah. Hey, Lil Larry. Fire, yeah.
Shout out to Lil Larry, man.
Hey, Vizzo, stay the fuck out the kitchen.
Hey, check it out. See a lot of niggas turned, a lot of niggas changed. See a lot of niggas left, a lot of niggas came. But since they took my brother, I ain't been the same. You gotta watch your back, cause it's a different game. I'm just cooking up these songs and shit, fire, yeah. Begging for the truth, they gon' lie, yeah, yeah. They just want a piece of the pie, yeah, yeah. A nigga try me, he gon' die, yeah, yeah. See, I put my trust in niggas that was shady. I didn't wanna change, the shit made me. It's my environment, so I'm tired of this. I gotta make it out for my baby. Hey, I was sitting in that cell with no one to call. Nigga, not a soul, no one at all. Lil Larry, one of a kind, I'ma stand tall. Everybody watching and hoping that this man fall. Fuck them, I rock alone like a swing in the wind. Thinking I'm gon' lose, think about it again. Picking up this pen, don't give a fuck, I just laugh with a grin. Ain't nobody look out for me, I was hungry and lonely. Bunch of fake friends and fake homies, they showed me don't trust nobody, niggas be phony. It is what it is, I'ma keep on pushing. Trying to find myself, I'ma keep on looking. See a lot of niggas turned, a lot of niggas changed. See a lot of niggas left, a lot of niggas came. But since they took my brother, I ain't been the same. You gotta watch your back, cause it's a different game. I'm just cooking up these songs, as if I begging for the truth, they gon' lie, They just want a piece of the pie, A nigga try me, See a lot of niggas turned, a lot of niggas changed. See a lot of niggas left, a lot of niggas came. But since they took my brother, I ain't been the same. You gotta watch your back, cause it's a different game. I'm just cooking up these songs, as if I begging for the truth, they gon' lie, They just want a piece of the pie, A nigga try me, he gon' die,
Poppin' traffic, we in Cali, ride through Beverly Hills with choppers. I'm not hiding, bro, them know we crashing down to see the office. He was a passenger, did jump seat to drive, a crime can't get us off him. Bounty hunter, he ready to crack that little bitch down to get her off him. I been biting my tongue so long, they call my phone when they see chopper. Or see Ted and Breezy, see Ken with a ski mask park. Before they spent, told them get they blicks and get the tents darker. You got a regular clip, that Chris Zach got better hit harder. Go, fool his ass, he think we bound some cars, we hop out, schoom his ass. Fool his ass, he ain't paying attention to this car cause we got Uber tags. Goofy ass, I pop X and down my dreads, I'm super saiyan. Old friends, I can't pull that trigger, I know Booker can. He got nervous on that drill cause he got scared, he turned to Ricky. He got nervous on that pill, then he revealed he turned to Mickey. He was dirty laugh, he hopped in the casket, damn that nigga jiggy. Left that other nigga unidentified, did him dirty with a switchy. I can't let a bitch pick me, I pick her because I'm picky. Told that bitch to slide on me, can't slide on you because it's risky. I don't even fuck with niggas, you upload all your guns, but we got plenty. I don't even fuck with niggas, I expect you fuck niggas to come and get it. Poppin' traffic, we in Cali, ride through Beverly Hills with choppers. I'm not hiding, bro, them know we crashing down to see the office. He was a passenger, did jump seat to drive, a crime can't get us off him. Bounty hunter, he ready to crack that little bitch down to get her off him. I been biting my tongue so long, they call my phone when they see chopper. Or see Ted and Breezy, see Ken with a ski mask park. Before they spent, told them get they blicks and get the tents darker. You got a regular clip, that Chris Zach got better hit harder.
Lil Durk. Yo, Lil Durk. Beverly Hills Uber tax. What's up, fellas? What's good? What's good? Can y'all hear me? We here. We in the building. Yeah. Hope y'all hear me. Hey, what's up, y'all, man? Hope y'all in good spirits, man. We get to this, man. Saturday. Happy Sabbath for folks who celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Get right to it. Ill Reacts. We got Young Thug. This is Gunna. And that's some interesting shit. Of course you knew that was gonna happen, right? Then we got this sex traffic going on in Florida, man. They done picked up like 21 Asian workers, sex workers out here giving you a little bit more. I guess they call it what they call it, a happy ending. We got that. And Blue Divinci and his safety valve. We're gonna go over that, give our reaction. Shout out to Damu Keyway Conversations, man. They did a show on there. Y'all can go check it out on their channel. And yeah, man, there's migrants. I'm hearing all types of stories. I'm hearing migrants coming up. They gonna march on the White House, which is crazy. Like, what the fuck? And Trump unalived plot. Is it real? Is it fake? You know what I'm saying? You know, talking to the homie, look like it could be fake news or whatnot. I don't know, but the FBI came out and talked about it. They done picked up three I think Iranians about it. So we're gonna get to that and a few other things too. So what's good, fellas? Y'all here? Y'all here?
Yep.
Okay. Hey, so I just dropped the Beverly Hills tag, Uber tags or Beverly Hills Uber tag with Lil Durk. Man, what's up with Lil Durk, man? I'm hearing Lil Durk got some new charges. We gonna get to this. So it said rapper Lil Durk facing more charges in the murder for hire case. Let's get to it live now from Fox. Hold on a second. Get a little loud. I'm gonna have to mute you, my dude. Getting a little loud over there. Let's get to it.
News that has just come to our attention. This is according to the FBI. I want to pull up a tweet that we have as well. So Grammy award-winning Chicago rapper Lil Durk has been charged in a superseding indictment alleging murder for hire plot to kill a rival near the Beverly Center shopping mall in Los Angeles in August of 2022. So of course we do know that Lil Durk has been behind bars, I should say, for some time now. This is all having to do with he's accused of hiring to kill rival rapper Quando Rondo. This is, again, back in August of 2022. So to bring in now to have just a bit more conversation about this alleged murder for hire plot, let's bring in Megan Cuniff. She is our legal affairs journalist. Megan, thank you so much for being with us here on Live Now. Again, we just got this update today, 2 new charges in this federal case. What are your thoughts initially as you saw that update come out?
Really nothing new in the indictment. This is just the feds getting ready for him to come back to Los Angeles and giving him co-defendants in the indictment. He was arrested on a complaint, so it would be totally standard for them to then go and seek a grand jury indictment. And actually, his co-defendants were arrested on a grand jury indictment a few weeks ago, but the indictment actually didn't name Lil Durk. He was arrested afterwards. So this is them basically combining the case and tightening up the charges, tightening up the case as they prepare for the arraignment here.
And again, this one is interesting because there are also 6 other defendants in this case as well. And on social media, the case and just the conversation about this stems back to November of 2020. This is when one of the other people on his record label, I should say rapper King Von, was killed. This is after he got into a fight with Quando Rondo. So this case, as it's coming out, we're learning more details, has been in the works for a long time because, again, the original issue stemmed from 4 years ago now at this point.
Yes, this was a long time coming, and you can tell there was a really long investigation into this. And just based on the indictment, the surveillance images that the federal prosecutors have released, it sounds like they have built quite a case here, and they're definitely ready for it to be in court.
So I do want to read off some additional charges that we do know that the FBI has now charged Lil Durk with. This is 1 count of conspiracy, 1 count of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death, 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms and a machine gun, and possession of such firearms, furtherance of a crime of violence resulting in death. So we should also note that in this case, it wasn't actually the rapper Quando Rondo who was injured. It was a friend of his who was shot and killed in this as well. So when you're talking about the implications of this and going forward, with these charges, do you see where he's going to end up with the federal government in this case? Obviously, we do know Young Thug just beat some of his charges in his case, but that was a state case. This is a completely different ballgame here.
Yeah, and Young Thug didn't beat his charges. He actually pleaded guilty and no contest and is now on probation for 15 years. So I don't think, and if he violates it, he's going to go to prison for 20. So I don't think we're going to see a plea deal, probation plea deal, and it wasn't a plea deal, it was an open plea. But I don't think we're going to see a plea like that in this case. We could see this go to trial, but I am experienced with one of the prosecutors in particular. I've covered trials that he's done, prison murder trials, other things like that. So he's very experienced in cases like this. So if they want to try to take this to trial, I'm sure the prosecutors would be happy to try it. If they want any kind of plea agreement just based on the charges, I think they're looking at a hefty amount of time in prison. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of defense they get. We haven't seen a big offensive defense from him yet, but that could be coming.
And lastly, before I let you go, Megan, and get another interesting piece of this case, the federal government did say that Lil Durk tried to flee before being arrested, buying several plane tickets to international locations. Do you think that that will play a role when it comes down to this case heading to trial potentially, and what his sentence could be overall?
I think that will definitely matter if he tries to get any kind of bail situation. The prosecutors are going to be pointing to that outright. Whether that will matter if he is convicted at sentencing, I think that the charges by themselves will stand alone, but that trying to flee like that or having tickets like that does not bode well for him getting out pre-trial at all.
Absolutely. So again, legal affairs journalist Megan Gunna here to break down just what we know at this point there in this Lil Durk case. Of course, we'll be checking in as we learn more information. I appreciate.
Damn, Durk.
Grammy Award-winning
That's crazy.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk is facing new charges in a murder-for-hire plot.
I decided I had to finish, but the media called me a menace.
Lil Durk, whose real name is Dirk Banks, is facing 2 additional felony charges, including conspiracy. He's accused of conspiring with others to murder a rival rapper in Los Angeles in 2022, but the shooters missed their intended target and killed someone else. 5 other people are also facing charges, 4 of whom are from the Chicago area.
We tend to think that our spirit.
Your boy Dirk, man. What y'all thoughts on that, man? Y'all.
I don't know, bro. This shit crazy. The feds got Dirk though. I ain't no state shit, so this shit crazy.
Yeah, it's a little different than like you said, a state case.
I wanted to just really.
And then say he do the same thing that Young Thug do. They give him that. You know they're gonna give him like so many years on probation. You know. I don't know. Just me personally, I don't feel that they could do that. But anything's possible, right? Do y'all feel that Young Durk gonna say something? Is he gonna make a deal or so? Snitcherooey?
I don't
I
know.
don't think he can snitch on anything.
You don't think so?
He the kingpin. Unless he got something bigger than himself, like Diddy.
Yeah, that would be one. That's a crazy one right there. I think people gonna snitch on him though. You already got one snitch, so it's a few. I think a few more people gonna cooperate.
Hell yeah. At least 1 or 2.
I feel that's
So how them boys did Thug.
I'm just saying, nigga, after that one dude got killed, I'm surprised anybody's snitching.
Yeah, I don't know if he did for real. I think it's like fake news. Like somebody did get hurt, but I don't know if it's him. Because they ain't said nothing else about it. But I don't know. We gonna find out. Speaking of Young Thug, man, Young Thug, you know, he got out. They say he already did some Gunna. Shout out to Ray J. Shout out to Hood Educated. They both speak on it.
My man thought I killed his brother, he stopped fucking with me. And I can't keep moving around like it ain't nothing to me. We used to still call
Little
together,
bit
used to hustle with me.
academics speaking on it.
Young Thug stuck between a rock and a hard place. Young Thug don't know if you want to be cool with Gunna or keep it real and now shame Gunna. Here's the thing, the streets are so atrocious. Young Thug told everybody that Gunna was a snitch. I'm telling you this, I don't give a fuck if you believe me. That's what he sent to, or he sent a message to Dirk, Baby. There's a few other rappers that just won't call their names, just because some of them just told me in private. All of them rappers start not with Gunna, speaking out, they're chilling away. Thug got out, Gunna kinda hot. Ain't like you're trying to really like jump and work with Gunna, but he's kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place. You can't name another rapper as hot as what Young Thug is now. Lil Baby is ice cold. So, Thug, who got the Infinity Stones in Atlanta, if Thug says something, that's what's happening. You know Baby looking at Thug like, yo bro, you know when I was popping and niggas was waiting for my next album, It's Only Me, after my turn, and you got locked up, and right after that too, you told me to say Gunna, and I said Gunna. I'm a little cold right now. What's poppin'? So Young Thug is in the position where he can't fuck with Gunna, even if he wanted to, which is gonna be interesting because it's not Young. Whatever you see with Thug now, it's not him standing on business. It's him having to make right what people stood on for him.
Bro, I agree with academics, but I think they really just don't fuck with each other for real, bro. And I think Thug told the judge he should be able to still talk to Gunna because like maybe in the future he knows that they gonna get over this shit, bro. But right now they really not fuck with each other. I really believe that this is Young Thug, y'all thought he was gonna change for real. You thought King Slime was gonna change, bro. He always got some type of beef talking some type of shit to a bro.
See, you used to be a Crip, now you're a Blood. So I don't want no smoke with you. You got Bloods and Crips on your team. And you was a male stripper once before, so I don't want to fight you. I don't want no germs on you. And you know I'm in LA more than Arnold Schwarzenegger. He the governor, yeah.
Come on now. So this morning, Thug tweeted out Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet.
That had to be old, bro. No, that video, that was old, right? That had to be.
He was talking about the game in that video.
Right, see? Can't be trusting these people. You're a hood educated, man. Talk to me, man.
Friends on the internet. Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy.
Now I believe this is the post that Young Thug is talking about. When Gunna first got out, he had dropped this post right here on Instagram, and it says, niggas acting like they switching to a side, but it's only one side. YSL the label, Free Thug and Yak, Gunna back.
Here's another post from Young Thug, and as you can see, he taking shots at all the rats in his case. He tells Lil Baby, wham, let's drop one on these rats, Peter. Now, a lot of people might be looking at this as if, Young Thug, you just got out the county jail. Why you acting like this towards Gunna? We thought that you wanted to be a part of Gunna. Understand something, right? They got a contractual agreement, so they got to deal with each other because Gunna is still up on the YSL label, so they still got business to be tended to. So he got to be able to get with him and communicate with him and stuff like that, or through their lawyers for the business. So a lot of people are confused, like why would he ask for that in the courtroom? Well, I believe that's the reason why he asked for that in the courtroom, because he understands that I still got to do business with this guy some type of way. But a lot of people are like, man, this dude right here, you fresh out of the county jail, and now you kind of like bucking up, like you kind of like, you talking crazy, and you saying things that you probably shouldn't be saying and stuff like that. We got to understand something. He does have his freedom of speech, right? He still has that right. And not only that though, y'all gotta look, if you ain't never been told on by somebody that you love, or somebody that you look to as one of your brothers, somebody that you look to that you was close with, then you would never understand what Young Thug is going through. See, it's all about the betrayal. Here it is, Young Thug pulled Gunna out the garbage can somewhere out there in Atlanta and
Bro,
put him
that
on the
shit
world
don't mean nothing,
stage.
bro.
Made this man a millionaire.
I'm gonna be real straight up real with you.
And when things
Let
got
me
tough,
pause it.
Because
Go ahead.
he didn't come out well. Like even if Gunna didn't say anything, he would have been sitting with the same situation Thug. Like, Thug, you didn't come out well. You got out. But you got a grip of probation. You want somebody to lay down and possibly had to do the jail time and then you walk away free? And bro, if I'm Gunna, I'm trying to leave the label. My nigga had to do what he had to do. You know what I'm saying? It was just one of those things right there where the truth is
Yeah, for
YSL, the
real, Gunna
label,
got the
it shouldn't have never been a gang. They
he
never
got a
should have
crazy plea
operated like
too.
that.
What happened? He said, "Who got a crazy plea?"
Gunna got a crazy ass plea too, and goddamn, only thing he ain't do was take the low jump.
Right.
That's the only thing. He just admitted to him.
Yeah, because he said YSL was a gang.
Yeah.
That's what
And he,
that's the snitch. Because he said that right there.
Right.
But I'm like, my nigga, I'd rather him had said that because right now you're free and he's free. Think about that right there. You can avoid 10, 15 years just by making a statement, bro. You got to weigh that on your life. You got to weigh that on your life, bro. And I mean, like, my nigga, you still got a bag. My nigga dropped the song out. People still playing his shit. I mean, like, I don't know. I think Thug has every right to be mad, but I think that it's counterproductive. Like, you should be happy that you out. Maybe you don't talk to niggas for a little minute. It should be like that, not I go to war.
Right. Yeah, that's crazy. Speaking of somebody else on the case, Little Woody goes back and forth with Wack. Said Wack goes way too
Mad
far.
at Woody, nigga.
Death threats. I think he did say something that I'm hearing the rumors that they're
That's
gonna
the one who had a long conversation with the judge about him.
Let's get to this. Y'all go check out 504 Street Stories Unplugged, man. Go subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? We showing that love over here. But it's Lil Woody. I guess from what it says this while Wack 100 finally goes way too far with Lil Woody. Death threats. Let's get to it.
No, bro. I'm never gonna be scared. Like, even when I look scared, I ain't scared. I'm just trying to figure out how could I outsmart the situation.
People hate me because I speak my mind. Look at Woody Woodpecker.
We know you speak your mind. The problem is that the contents of your mind is dilapidated.
Why don't you like Wack 100?
I don't dislike him. I just don't like for people to speak him. Y'all know me. They call me a killer. But can't nobody name 2 people I killed.
After you drop it.
Because he ran his mouth so much in that interrogation room. What caught my ears when he said, this is 2015. All the other information I gave you before checked out, didn't it? It's no secret that Cass Jones, aka Wack 100, is very vocal about the criminal cases of rappers, gangbangers, and social media influencers. So much so that he has launched his own platform, Clubhouse. If you are unaware, one of Wack's topics of discussion is none other than Kenneth Copeland, aka Lil Woody. Contrary to popular belief, Wack didn't just start speaking his mind on Woody 2 or 3 months ago. Wack has always had a bad taste in his mouth for Lil Woody, dating back as far as the infamous interrogation footage of Lil Woody.
But this is the thing, without names and stuff, and they're gonna say, well, we're not interested, like, it doesn't help anybody.
But I know once I know that they're gonna let me let go, I'll tell them everything that I can.
Although Wack would bash Woody for being a rat, he would also say that he is entertaining during a Vlad TV interview with DJ Vlad. Out there with questions, he looked around. I think that might be him, I don't know. He did the fake faint, I need something to... Yo, listen, he's a rat. But goddamn it, he's an entertaining rat. Before Adam 22's interview with Woody, Adam was speaking on the amount of money that Woody was requesting for an interview. It was during this interview that Wack would take a direct shot at Lil Woody.
you speak your mind. The problem is that the contents of your mind is dilapidated. It's jalopy, if anything. You have a jalopy brain.
Okay, listen. We got Woody Woodpecker over there, right?
Where?
The little YSL dude, right? I called him Woody Woodpecker because...
Oh, he dissed you, right?
Yeah, listen. I called him Woody Woodpecker
after you drop it.
because he ran his mouth so much in that interrogation room. What caught my ears when he said, this is 2015. All the other information I gave you before it checked out, didn't it? Right? He runs his mouth so much, we got to name him Woody Woodpecker because as much and as fast as a woodpecker pecks the side of a tree, he was running his mouth.
You watched the whole interview or just a clip?
That's the pot calling the kettle black, right?
I couldn't. No, listen.
I just saw that it came out. So Woody from YSL went and did the Danza project, which I want you to know, there has been multiple offers where they were trying to get him on here, trying to get him on Vlad. The numbers I was hearing were a little bit too much for my blood, so I wasn't trying to make it happen for the numbers that I was being quoted at.
You want to pay a rat?
Yeah, that's totally fine. I'll pay a rat any day.
Gotcha.
Vlad does it all the time too. So all your white friends.
We paid one before here.
Probably, almost certainly, yeah.
Terrence, you gave him a bag too, right? Terrence Gangster, you gave him a bag.
He's a validated. He's a tattletale on some shit. Yeah, that's all right.
I mean, but one thing about him, he don't give. He stands on it. I can't say that about him.
Yeah,
he stands on it.
But you think he's lying about the extent of his snitching?
Yeah, he did some more telling.
As time went on, Woody's star power would begin to grow. When the opportunity presented itself again, Adam would not pass it up again. In typical Adam 22 fashion, during this interview, he would ask Lil Woody what was the problem between himself and Wack 100.
Why don't you like Wack 100?
I don't dislike him. I just don't like when people speak on me. Y'all don't know me. They call me a killer. But can't nobody name 2 people I killed. I mean, 1 person I killed.
I mean, when you talk to people behind the scenes, that's like a big part of the conversation. Is like, let's talk about who we think Woody did it to.
But see, Wack is in L.A. He need to mind L.A. business. You feel me? I ain't never seen Wack a day in my life. You know, Brick Baby, everybody heard of him. You feel what I'm saying? That nigga my grandma's house was right across the street from him. I mean, and so I don't mind him speaking on Atlanta business because he here with us. Man, all thing I hear about Wack is he laying in the bed, I think butt naked or something.
Yeah, but you don't get out the shower and lay down your bed naked before you get dressed?
Why you on camera?
It was a girl that he was fucking with who took that photo.
And she's looking. What I miss? My bad.
If that nigga say all thing he know about Wacky when he laid in the bed butt naked.
But see, Wack is in L.A. He need to mind L.A. business. You feel me? I ain't never seen Wack a day in my life. You know, Brick Baby, everybody heard of him. You feel what I'm saying? That nigga my grandma's house was right across the street from him. I mean, and so I don't mind him speaking on Atlanta business because he here with us. Man, all thing I hear about Wack is he laying in the bed.
See, Brick is he a known nigga out there, bro. I think they got more respect for Brick than the niggas in LA got respect for him.
I think butt naked or something.
Yeah, but you don't get out the shower and lay down on your bed naked before you get dressed?
Why you on camera?
It was a girl that he was fucking with who took that photo.
Yeah, she slugged a family.
He freaking like you.
And, no, not like me. And then she.
How many times you watch it?
Probably 7 or 8 times. But no, but then
he likes seeing that.
That same girl lied and said that she put 3 fingers in his ass.
How you know she lied? You tried?
My OG would never.
Your OG would never.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Nah, I don't got anything against Wack though. You know what I mean? I just don't like because I don't know Wack for me to be speaking bad on him or speaking on him. Period.
It was this interview that would also spawn the infamous Charleston White, Lil Woody.
If you've been injured in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead.
What was it actually like, Lincoln with Charleston White? You guys seem like you hit it off perfectly.
I had a lot of respect for him. I used to watch the interviews, you know, on YouTube and stuff, listen to the way he talk. But it seems now it's like he doing these interviews and I don't like him. You feel me? Like he get on the internet saying I'm a killer and all of it. Like dang, bro. Like man, you don't talk about none of this stuff you're going to do on these platforms. Like my respect for you, I'm losing it because it's like dang, I got real genuine love for you. I thought that you had the same thing for me, but you want to get on these platforms and say I'm a killer, and I walk around Atlanta like you trying to provoke it. Like even with the Boosie don't respond back to it. Like I ain't trying to have problems. I ain't out here trying to mess with nobody. I ain't trying to have beef with nobody. I don't did that for like too many years of my life. You know what I mean? I'm trying to move forward with it. And I ain't trying to be dragged into nothing because I know how I can get.
I understand why he attacked me and the way he did. I'm like, dang, like, this ain't entertainment no more. This is personal. You feel what I'm saying? Like my daughter, bro. Like it hurt. Like, I don't play by my child, but I know I can't get him the reaction that he want. But when I started seeing that people was like counseling him, I was like, oh, this love ain't fake. This love is real. And When I seen that people went playing about my child, I was like, I'ma pray that the people forgive Charleston White. I ain't even gonna hate on him. Forgive him, y'all. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, hey man, we human. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes we go too far. I don't appreciate what he did. I don't respect him for it. I feel like he should have known better. But at the end of the day, he was being controlled by his emotions. So I forgave him. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we fall short like that. Sometimes we do make those wrong decisions. And I can't hold that against him because I don't did things in my life that I don't want people to hold against me. So guess what? I forgive him, and we both go our own ways, and we just let that situation be. That's what being a man is. A man ain't seeking retaliation, waiting to get some get back. That ain't being a man. Being a man is, I mean, making the best decision to be there for your family and providing for your family. That's what being a man is. We gotta get that other stuff out of our mind. This the wrong thinking. Like this the wrong concept of it. This it. Like, we gotta grow. We gotta elevate. And you know what? To be honest with you, if matter of fact, I don't even. If Charles White want to work with me, guess what? I'll work with him because at the end of the day, if me and him can come together and make people smile and laugh, guess what? We doing a lot because most.
Yo, Nutter, you think they still working together? Didn't they make amends?
Nah, he ain't fucking with that nigga, bro.
Yeah, that shit crazy. I think that was a bad move by Charleston. He should have stayed working with him. What's y'all thoughts on that?
Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with Charleston no more either, bro. He talked about the main daughter and shit. Charleston fucked up on that. He got too disrespectful.
Yeah,
he should have just kept it on with it. You know what I mean?
Nigga always going after niggas' kids and shit. I don't get that nigga clip. Keep fucking around. Speaking of some shit, man, he brought up Brick, baby, man. They still got Brick being a snitch. Snoopy Badass, you know, he coming at his relentless assault. Said Brick Baby told on Little Dirt and he ratted. And he was the rat
Man, this nigga stupid trolling, man.
he was the rat that Nipsey was talking
this
about.
the crap. It's you're calling him a rat, bro. It's like no one got no info. This is sloppy.
Yeah. They said it's coming, man. You got Loose Cannon and Wack. They said the work is coming. He bring up this chopper case and all that, and said he got picked up. It was a chopper. They didn't. He didn't go. He ain't had no court case on that yet. Now they trying to connect that. Say he working and he got 4X locked up. So
Man, they blaming this nigga for everything.
Yeah, it's crazy. He's snitching on everybody out here on the West. So make sure y'all just chill out if y'all fucking with Brick Baby. Allegedly, that's what they saying. We got Snoopy BA going in on him. Snoopy BA was on Compton Rick Rock channel live today. Y'all go check that out. Shout out to the grannies, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Rick Rock. Let's get to it.
I don't fuck with a nigga who got too many friends. Cause you would never know who that nigga want to win. You fuck with a lot of niggas, you spread yourself thin. And them the type of niggas that know everybody business thin. Facts. That's a Brick Baby nigga. Everybody friend. And you can't trust no nigga like that. Get your ass up out of here. Niggas will run his bitch ass out the spot, nigga.
I think they both should squabble though.
This nigga got the Angel Lane hat on.
Let me pull it up.
It's a real game, homie. I guess Alexa, a real click.
He done branded that motherfucker, boy.
Bro, my thing with this dude right here though is he's irrelevant to the conversation.
What's that big ass black mark on his face, bro? Is that a badge?
Nigga, that's a cauliflower.
Nah, that's two chucks.
That's two tulips.
It look like two stockings on this shit.
Well, I think
Merry Christmas, motherfucker.
It used to be two chucks that were blue and red. You know, when he was doing the blue and red thing, he was trying to merge the both things together. I guess he went and got some chucks that were blue and red. He got criticized
This
for that.
nigga got shoes tattooed on his face. I can't believe this shit.
Let me put it up, blood. Let me put up my picture of Brick Baby, blood.
Oh, I see it clear now.
Oh, that shit, that shit funny. This nigga break blood. Look at this nigga. Look at this
This
nigga
is
break.
chasing content, bro.
Definitely. It is cloud chasing.
Nigga, you can't put that on y'all kids that don't look like brick. Look at brick, blood.
Nigga, that's a real black Indian. What you talking about?
Fat gang.
That's real black Indian. That ain't
Indian.
This nigga weird, bro. That shit wasn't even
that
funny.
nigga's uneducated and shit, nigga.
Okay, y'all how dumb niggas is.
That's fucking real. A nigga take pride in that right there, nigga.
That's a fact, gang.
Look at that. We gonna call them motherfuckers called brick baby hats.
I don't even know how that's funny.
Fresh brick baby hat. He need to be canceled.
One nigga, the only nigga get stabbed, 6-0 Crip. Nigga, you know the truth. Nigga, I'm not filtering nothing, cuz. On 6-0 Crip, cuz was a soldier, cuz stood on everything that he's.
I'm gonna tell you like this. What I feel is I think it's like everybody hate Brick. You know what I'm saying? Like they hating on like he.
Yeah, he the clout.
He
So
the clout
gonna
over
bring the
there. He
numbers.
like the clout. Brick is the clout right now.
Yeah, he gonna bring the numbers.
Yeah. This is my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's what it looked like from my.
He the not to compare him to a rat or nothing, but he like TTE Nod is to the Austin. You know what I mean?
Nigga, everything you said was still for nigga, cuz.
What you say?
This nigga, he ain't doing no rapping, bro. This nigga's he's too tied in, bro. You know what I'm saying? With a lot of major shit.
I don't think you're right. He would have been came out on some real.
Yeah, it would have been. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, his own hood ain't tripping on him. You got niggas who ain't from his shit running their mouth.
Stood on it to die for it, cuz. So rest in peace, Draco. On 6-0 Crip.
Oh, and he ended up recanting that once Gloves from Bloodstone Village got on his ass. And he recanted that on No Jumper several times. He recanted this video. Pure bitch.
I don't know, nigga, all the shit that went on, nigga not feeling that none. On 6-0. Whoever left them boys in the party, on 6-0, we on yo ass, nigga. On hood, we ain't saying nigga. On hood, I ain't saying no nigga. We on yo ass, nigga. On hood, they did what they were supposed to do. That's they ops, nigga. Whoever.
Snitching, snitching, snitching.
He trying to say when the night Draco got killed. And
Yeah, how that snitching niggas knew what happened behind that shit. That shit was on camera. What the fuck?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to tell you, bro. This nigga is irrelevant.
That shit was on camera, fam. You just can't see who did it. You know what I mean? Because it was too many niggas on them.
Yeah. Well, we got Geechee, man. Geechee Gotti and Fo Extra. For your boy Fo Extra. They speaking on, and this is what people be doing. He says, No Jumper called it. They what they say. Geechee Gotti and Fo Extras criticized Brick Baby for speaking on Lil Durk case. Now he gonna ask him. Geechee Gotti he dissed, like he just assumed that he dissed him on that song, but Geechee Gotti don't even mention his name. I don't think.
Doing this, and they try to like disguise it as content.
With that being said, Mr. Gotti, there's been I don't know if this is confusion or if this is accurate, but a lot of people are saying in your recent freestyle, which was really, really dope. You feel me?
Shout out Funk Flex.
Shout out to Funk Flex, which
High 97.
that's fire. Is that your first Flex freestyle? Or?
Yeah, that was my first one.
It's a milestone for every lyricist, right?
For sure.
A lot of people made this assumption because you didn't say his name.
Yeah.
That you were dissing Brick Baby in that freestyle.
Because I said niggas ratting on the internet and call it content. So let me clear that up. I wasn't specifically dissing him. Shout out to Brick. But I'm just saying it's a lot of niggas that get on the internet and do that. So that's just any nigga that do that. Like a lot of niggas get on this internet and they get to doing this, and they try to like disguise it as content. I don't talk no street business on this motherfucker. You see, I done had a podcast for like 4 years. Right. You ain't gonna be able to watch no podcast of me talking about no murders, implicating no niggas in nothing.
I'd agree with
nothing with nothing. I'm not gonna do that because at the end of the day, niggas is still in the streets. So if a
motherfucker say Cuz did something, I'm not gonna get on my podcast. Even if Cuz got caught with a strap, I'm not gonna get on my podcast and be like, yeah, they said, man, today he went down with a blower.
Right.
Like, that's not like content to me. You know what I'm saying?
That just happened 2 weeks ago, though,
Yeah.
I was here.
You know what I'm
2 weeks
saying?
ago, Cuz up there, what's his name? He looking for the thing. My boy, I'm gonna call him Harry Potter. I call my boy Harry Potter. I call my boy Harry Potter.
Yeah.
We all up there, man. We going up there. He talking about detour here, the nigga sweats, the nigga pants. I'm like, nigga, that's out.
Yeah.
He was trying to go a different, like.
No, it's the point about
trying to solve other niggas' crimes.
I see. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not for the internet.
That's
but
not for the
he
internet.
right about niggas do get up here and niggas talk.
And do
Niggas,
that.
this I always say this though. You get up here and niggas forget they gang members and they got a code to go by.
For sure.
We all got somebody to answer to.
All
You get
of
what I'm
it.
saying?
For sure.
Some niggas don't give a fuck. Some niggas get money and some niggas get a fame nigga and they go left and they just go for the contents, for the fun, for niggas to have likes and all that. That's out. I'm not doing none of that.
Hell no.
First off, I have life. You know what I'm saying? So I already know
Right.
what time it is already.
Yeah.
So niggas get up here and get to talking just to talk. You get what I'm saying? And they don't supposed to be talking. Nigga, that's more power. Nigga, you want to talk about your hood and talk about your hood business.
Yeah,
and
but
tell
don't talk about
everybody
nobody
niggas,
else's business.
That's on you, nigga. You get what I'm saying?
Straight
That's for
up.
you. Nigga, my hood business is gonna stay in our backyard, niggas, not y'all business, nigga.
Because it's
And for
even
them.
because it's even snitching and calling it content for the niggas that trying to put Brick name in it too, saying that he did this and did that.
Right.
That's still all that.
You hear that? Even snitching when you trying to say he doing the snitching. When you on the internet,
salute.
You on the internet saying, yeah, that nigga. Hey, that's real talk, and some people look at it that way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen nothing. I don't believe Brick is snitching. I think he do run his mouth a little bit too much on the internet.
Man, he just talk too fucking much.
Yeah, but I don't think he an informant. But I don't know. I don't know these niggas from a can of paint. So shit. Hey, we gonna play a little bit of this and bring up a little video. Shout out to Two Gangsta Hood War Stories, man. The homie brought it up in the last live and shit about you want you ain't a 60 unless you unalive another 60.
Talking about anything with, look, I don't know Dirk from a can of paint, man. Salute to him though. You know what I mean? Shout out my nigga Tay Savage. That's one of my Chicago niggas I fuck with. But I'm saying I don't know Dirk from a can of paint, so all I can say is free him. I don't think he did nothing. Ain't got nothing else to do with nothing. I'm not trying to figure out nothing. All I'm saying is free him.
Right.
That's it.
I like
you
that.
get what I'm saying? Like, you can't be trying to figure out, hey man, we're not breaking down song lyrics and trying to see what niggas said and who did this and do that, because that nigga really in jail.
Now
you gotta leave that to the
motherfuckers. Come on, that's a police job. Ain't no fucking police job. Crips.
Right.
You get this motherfucker, you trying to solve the motherfucking
Yeah,
crime.
for sure. That'll get us DP'd in our hood. We ain't nobody bigger than the program. You get to getting up there talking and solving other niggas' cases.
You
going
You go.
Yo, that's real talk, bro.
That's structure, bro. That's structure, though.
Like,
you know what I mean?
I don't know. Compton, it's rolling a different way. You know, they got a different feel at Compton and shit. Have you seen anybody from Compton, any Compton Crip gang that came on the internet just speaking on they hood?
Hey, you know what? You right, fam.
Oh, who like even the Pyrus? Have you seen any gang, any rapper that just been coming on the internet talking, or any person just been, YouTube personality coming on to really speaking on, even with Compton Rick Rock get on, he don't speak about his hood like that.
Yeah, he don't talk about his hood politics for real.
It's just like if some went down, somebody got shot around him. I've seen him mention that, but he don't get into that. That's what I do see. A lot of other hoods just be getting on there, even if it's, I guess it's a way that if you're gonna talk about you, you know what I'm saying? Talk about what you did, if that's what you into, I guess, But I don't know. When it comes to this, Brick Baby responds.
All the time on here, you gon' get a phone
You
call.
gonna get a phone
but
call.
niggas do it though.
Yeah.
A lot of niggas do it. You know what I'm saying?
They just hide for a minute and they just stay out the, you know what I'm saying? They just stay out
Understand
the
you a
way.
gang member, nigga. You still got niggas to answer to. Because once you get off this broadcast, nigga, for what you all saying, nigga, you gonna get a phone call, nigga.
sure.
All that you lying to the media, nigga, that's out.
On the hood.
And
If
nigga
you a
in the
real one,
hood-
you gonna get a phone call.
And a nigga, if you in the hood, like you say you in the hood, oh yeah, I'm in the hood.
Yeah.
As soon as I leave here, I'm going to the hood. Nigga, I brought the hood with me.
They gotta see it now.
I'm going to the hood when we leave here.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
told Adams, nigga, let's stop the show. He said, where you going? I said, I'm going to the hood. You want to go to the hood? I'm going to the spot after this. You want to go to the spot?
What Adam say?
Huh?
What
Yeah,
Adam-
the fuck
yeah,
you mean,
yeah,
nigga, video in the
yeah.
hood. Everything in the hood.
He said, hell no. I think he said, yeah, if you coming with me.
Because
I wasn't tripping. I was just talking shit.
No, but I want to know what you got to say.
Okay, let's do this just so we can review the title of it. God damn it! Why is this keyboard working so? Like I type Brick and it turns to Rick. Brick Geechee for extras. This clip went fairly viral on the No Jumper page, 230K. Geechee Gotti and 4 Extra criticized Brick Baby for speaking on Lil Durk's case. I'm gonna be honest. I watched this whole clip. It felt like the criticism was pretty light.
Yeah.
It wasn't a wholehearted Brick, you fucked up. It was more just like.
Hey, you see what he type, right? Yeah. So you got informant.
Yeah, Clem can't goddamn stand Brick.
He do got in. That's informant tendencies. I mean, I just don't come from that era. You don't say shit. Like, what the fuck am I talking about? What I did in the neighborhood on the internet because I'm so-called popular. Like, nigga, fuck out of here. Most niggas like, you know, like I said, I have to bring it back to when the one dude, I think his name is Che Pope, got on he got on YouTube. I mean, on No Jumper. And Adam started asking him all these questions, and he was just like, "Nigga, why the fuck are you even talking about it? You ain't in this world, so why are you even asking about?" I'm paraphrasing, like, "Why are you even asking me about this shit?" The interview, was kind of like it was dead, you know, but he got into the point where he had to come up with something, so he started dissing him, like, you know, low key dissing him and shit. The restraint that them niggas put, cause it looked like them niggas was gonna get up and fire on a nigga. If you ain't talking about the nigga raps, his songs, what he doing as far as his career, then why the fuck is the niggas going to the No Jumper precincts, spilling their beans and shit, right?
And I mean, to be fair, Geechee seemed like he's not willing to talk about like almost anything streetwise on a podcast, which fair be it to him.
Except for he has a battle rap bars about, yo, after I shot him, I pissed on my hands to get the residue off the finger. Yeah, like, that's the funny.
Shut your bitch ass up, nigga, Lush. Nigga was always like,
fuck Lush on, man.
Nigga, he don't be speaking about no particular motherfucking case, my nigga. What you talking about? That's why you know a nigga's not in the street, nigga. Not been in the street. Like, nigga, come on.
Yeah, that's battle rap stuff.
But
I'm just playing. Obviously, that's my good friend.
He's one of them people that's strict to what he do. We don't pod the same. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you into what you into, and I respect it because he keeping it all the way, whatever. That's why, you know, like, as 100%. Far in this space, I kind of like shoot past a lot of people because I'm not gonna give any type of malice opinion, but I'm gonna speak my truths on certain shit. I'm not gonna put people in no bad predicament or nothing, but like, if something come across the table, who am I not to speak on it? If I work for Channel 4,
it's a safe thing as a gangster street dude to be like, I'm not talking about anything streetwise at all. But from like a logical perspective, if there's a news article or an indictment or whatever, like, what the fuck are we going to be able to say that would possibly change the outcome of that indictment? From my perspective, you can really say whatever the fuck you want about what's going on outside of like your own personal knowledge. And even if you insert your own personal knowledge, it would have to meet such a high bar in order for that content to be in any way useful to the feds, who, keep in mind, have about 1 billion times the resources of any podcast or a content creator.
And this is exactly what I was explaining to Gotti. I was like, bro, you know that what Brick is speaking on these pods is not anything that's not, he's not imparting any knowledge that's not already online. So there's no indictments being formed.
Yeah, you letting Wack tell you I was the first person to speak on that narrative publicly. Yeah, that was bro, me getting that narrative was from the fans.
Well, yeah, and
you know
he wasn't
the fans formed that narrative, and I was laughing at it, and I wasn't working at No Jumper at the time. I just was coming for another interview. I'm like, hey, yeah.
So to be fair,
I'm just gonna play off that. I'm about to drop not enough anyway. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Gotti said, I wasn't even talking about Brick. He specifically said that. However, Brick's response was pretty interesting. He said, hey, y'all fools, and this wasn't directed directly at Gotti, but he's under this umbrella of gang members that have become podcasters. You know what I mean? He's a part of that community. Brick's like, I'm doing what I need to do to be at the top of this food chain right here. And I'm going to get the most money, and I'm going to get the most attention. I'm going to get the most views. And
Nigga, that's what 4X has just said.
Yeah.
Niggas chasing the bag, they gonna do whatever. They gonna hold themselves out. Niggas know if you gonna be in the streets and you claim you a gang member, you shouldn't be saying shit about your hood or anything like that to try to
no
get
type of hood politics. Hell no.
Nah. But
You know, talk about like no shit that can get niggas locked up or crazy shit. You get what I'm saying?
because like they gonna take the information down regardless. They watch they avid no jumper fans too. They be watching. They be in the chat. Shit. But I think Brick do be talking a little bit too much though. Let's get to this right quick. We're gonna get to this next shit, man. Matter of fact, speaking of that, we're gonna just drop that.
Sections composed of various cliques. The 6 O's are comprised of front hood, back hood, and the avenues. Anything else you hear is a sub-clique under those sections. The Overhill's back hood section is considered the middle-class suburban area of the 60s hood. Originally referred to as the rich kids on the hill, the Overhills would give the rolling 60s the image of being flashy and having money. While they do have hitters from that section, the Overhills are more known for scams, bank robberies, and other white-collar type crimes. They're looked at as pretty boys. Dime Block, which is a clique within the Avenue section, is situated along 10th Avenue, with the Dorset Village Apartments being their headquarters. This particular clique is considered one of the grimiest within the 6 O's, and is greatly responsible for giving the Rolling 60s its violent reputation. A substantial amount of the 60s gunners come from the Dime Block clique, with many members of this clique living below the poverty line. They don't like the BGs from Back Hood, and they view the Overhills as soft, because Overhills members have more resources and privilege. BGs, also known as Brian Hurst Gang, they are in charge of putting in work on the Good Ave clique. They run their program military style, and you can't be a part of the clique unless you put in serious work. They don't accept any busters.
I'ma show you, nigga. Nigga, I'ma show you, I'ma show you, nigga. 6 out, nigga. Fuck around, break your team, boy.
And it's one of the most violent side of the 6 O's, to the point they call it Murderhurst. The Good Ave clique is in the front hood section of the 6 O's, and they are known to be for the Brian Hurst Gang. They are essentially based on 11th Ave. They are big hustlers and are known to trap out those apartments because of their enormous size and numbers and stark differences amongst cliques. The Rolling 60s have an extensive history of killing their own, and are almost proud of it. This can be traced back to the late 80s. After the crack era divided many hoods in LA, there was a wealth gap between those who were making money and those who weren't. Jealousy and envy began to fester within this powerhouse gang. At the start of the 90s, the Rolling 60s began knocking down its own members. In 1990, Big Fee and Lil Looney were the first to be killed at the hands of the 60s. Earl Wilson, also known as Lil Looney, was a 6'0 general from Back Hood. In his heyday, he was so bold he'd walk through Crenshaw Mafia's ground zero, the bottoms yelling out 60 Crip. Sadly, on November 28, 1990, he would be gunned down allegedly by a fellow gang member and friend. Lil Looney's death would kick off a war between Front Hood and Overhills, and both sides were blitzing each other for a hot 2-3 month period. A few years later in 1994, another big name from the 6 O's would be murdered at the hands of another 60. OG Banker T was a well-loved and respected member from the 60s. He was dark-skinned with a greased-up Jerry curl, and known to be a ladies' man. It was said he came up with the word tramp, and that was his creation. One day in 1994, he was in the Avenue side of the 6 O's. He had got into an argument with his girlfriend. Shortly after, allegedly 6 O's drove by and fired shots at Banker T, killing him on the spot. The murder allegedly stemmed from jealousy over a woman. With such a large hood as the Rolling 60s, at times it's difficult to keep infighting to a minimum. Bodies began dropping again in the late 2000s. In September 2008, Wayne got into a physical altercation with Columbus, allegedly in front of a famous rapper. Both men were from the Rolling 60s, with Wayne being from the Dime Block clique, and Columbus was from the Overhills. During the fight, Columbus struck Wayne with a blindsided right hood and cut his eye. Wayne suffered a black eye, and Columbus would come out victorious. Afterwards, Wayne was bitter, claiming Columbus hit him with a cheap shot. He was also embarrassed this happened in front of the famous rapper. On October 6, 2008, Wayne asked Javier, who was a fellow Rolling 60, to help him kill Columbus. Javier agreed. They then found Columbus sleeping in a parked car with Cavett on 63rd Street near Crenshaw Boulevard. Javier pulled his car alongside Columbus's car. Wayne then bounced out and began firing into the car, striking Columbus and Cavett. When officers arrived, they saw white bins with the windows shot out and saw that Columbus and Cavett had died from headshots. The police recovered 11 .40 caliber casings and an expended bullet. The double homicide would go unsolved until Wayne struck again on June 2nd, 2013. On that fatal day, Wayne shot and killed Charles Webster in the middle of the Dorset Village Apartments, in front of numerous witnesses. Charles was not a full-fledged member, but he was an affiliate of the Dime Block clique and resided in the Dorset Village Apartments. Wayne devised a plan to kill Charles after he and Charles had got into an argument, which resulted in Charles pulling out a gun on Wayne. Multiple eyewitnesses identified Wayne as the shooter, and a fellow gang member testified that Wayne confessed to him regarding the double homicide years prior. Wayne Gray was ultimately found guilty on 3 counts of murder. He was sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole, plus 100 years to life in the state prison, including...
Yeah, man. Yeah, y'all. What's she saying? What's she saying, Nutter?
Huh?
What's she saying?
Who?
Say y'all. Y'all can
Let
tell
me dude talking, don't. Oh, y'all can't tell me dude talking. Sniff coat. Talk about I think she was talking about Lush.
Oh, that nigga is. They call
Yeah,
him.
he a super fiend.
Yeah, they call him Cocaine Bot. He called himself Cocaine Bot. That nigga's a meth, cokehead. Yeah, push you see. That's the saying right there. Like I say, man, if it's some true shit, it's gonna come out, right? Just like we got Blue Divinci, man. So Blue Divinci took a safety valve in the BMF, situation case or whatnot, and he admitted that he took a proffer. So let's get to this, man. Y'all go check out Damu Keyway Conversation. Shout out to Dude Sims and Yael. Go to the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. These are the you got the exposers. They exposes. They getting at me.
From this lawyer's website called lawbayback.com.
Do you own your own home in California?
Never knew nobody that was eligible.
This is Blue Divinci. So you got FG. Shout out FG, real stand-up brother. I was in MDCLA with him. He was on 5 South with my crime eat, Nino Brim. Y'all might know him from Hit Your Brimming with me. We was on I was on 7 South and 6 South, and then 6 North and the whole after the chicken ride. But let's get into this content, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all up.
I wanted to address a question that was sent in to us on. I believe the question was sent in to us on Instagram, and go tap in with our Instagram page. It's Street and Scholars, street.and.scholars, and there was a really interesting question that came in, and I wanted to shout out the person that sent it. I'm gonna have to find that in a moment, but the question was, and it was mostly to you, FG, because of your knowledge and experience of the federal system. But the question was, can you talk about Blue Divinci, aka Barima McKnight? Because Jay Diggs was mentioned something that he was involved in a safety valve. What does safety valve mean in the federal system? And if you guys are familiar with Jay Diggs, he just did a diss song against Whack 100, and he had a bar in there saying something about Blue Divinci told. And I guess Jay Diggs is referring to something that's called a safety valve. I've never heard of a safety valve, but what does that mean in the federal sentencing guidelines?
I've heard of safety valve, and I think everybody in the feds heard of a safety valve. And the reason we heard of it because we never knew nobody who actually had one. So back then in the federal system, we was trying to do all our due diligence on all the federal laws and statutes, just based on anytime somebody come through with something, we wanted to make sure that, we knew what the rule was or the law was pertaining to it, you know what I mean? So we know how to handle business or not, But I never knew nobody that was eligible for a safety valve, Alex, but what it was, if you had minimal, and I mean very, very minimal criminal history, like you could only have either less than 3 or 4 criminal history points in order to be eligible. That's for one. So you had to have damn near no criminal history, because a lot of people don't understand.
So that's one of the prerequisites. You got to have 3 or 4 or less points on your criminal history category on the United States sentencing guideline. I don't know if Blue did or not, but that's just something that's part of the prerequisites to qualify for a safety valve.
In the federal federal guidelines, when they get to talking about criminal history points, you could have a ticket and it could be considered as one criminal history point, So, you damn near had to have a squeaky clean record in order to get one. What they try to say that the safety valve is you do have to basically make a statement on what happened in that case. in one way they're gonna say it's not snitching and it's not telling and it's not informing. But if you read the structure of it, you do have to basically debrief on exactly what happened in the situation you was in. Now, if you got a co-defendant and you try to get a safety valve, you have to tell exactly what you and your co-defendant did. Now, if you got a fraud case and you trying to get a safety valve, which let me be clear, safety valves you can only get a safety valve for certain cases anyway. So say if your case only carry 2 or 3 years, you're not eligible anyway. It have to be a substantial amount of time that you're facing. So if you get a safety valve and you basically tell on what you did as far as the situation, you debrief on everything you did. You know, most of the time
This is the flashlight that is impossible to drop. Finally, there's a way to work in the dark without holding a flashlight.
Rule number 3, you can't get rich slow. When I owned 100 houses,
commit a crime, it's either with somebody or against somebody. So you have to tell all this what happened. The homies do believe that a safety valve, you debriefed, you gave up a certain amount of information because the information that you've given up needs to be useful to the government. Whether they use it or not, it needs to be useful and substantial to them.
Whether they use it or not, and the homies in the federal system who been going through it, not niggas from the state prison system, not niggas from the juvenile justice system, from the federal prison system. When you hit that yard, if you got a safety valve on your sentencing, that's snitching.
In order for them to grant you that safety valve. So at the end of the day, we did always call it telling. I don't know Blue Divinci situation. I don't know if he had co-defendants. I don't know. The only way I can see a safety valve working is if you commit a crime by yourself.
You need to just come on out with it, man.
And you basically
with Blue, man, like you told, you said something, bro.
He said something. He just need to go ahead, come on out with it, man. It's in this time of life, the motherfuckers accept that shit, man. So it is what it is.
Bro, I would never come out and say a goddamn thing. What the hell?
Nothing.
I'm gonna come out and get these niggas some fuel for me.
You go feed these nigga beans.
I'm gonna be quiet forever, bro. If y'all niggas can't get it, it can't be got. Nigga, I'll lie. Nigga, I told only on me. Nigga, I told her, we'll pull out the papers. No, nigga, I don't want to get the papers.
Let's go, push.
Hey, Meat said he told, so he said something. It's this, they say he should unseal it. I think his shit is sealed, so is he gonna come out without?
Debrief and tell exactly what you did.
No money, bro, on that shit. I can see if niggas gonna pay, but this is internet. I'm not exposing myself for the internet. What? Man, don't be like Dirt and Sly for Vine for the crowd.
He was rolling with Whack. I don't know if they still rolling with each other, but Whack was back.
Whack ain't fucking with that nigga, man. Whack done turned his back on that man.
He turned his back on him. He ain't fucking with him.
Else was involved, and only people other can have been involved that was acceptable to me is the victims. So if you were able to do that, then maybe the safety valve worked out. But at the same time, I did know Blue Divinci. Blue Divinci did a proffer statement as well, if I ain't mistaken.
Yes,
you know what
sir.
I mean? So when you do that a proffer statement, Alex, speaking specifically of Blue Divinci, you debriefing anyway and giving up a whole lot.
So you did a proffer. You had signed a proffer agreement. Debrief, which in state prison, if a person debriefs, they're no good. For somebody to go protective custody, they don't know if they really going over there to hit somebody on that side, on the PC side, or if they serious, they force them to debrief. And that's why they're considered bad, being on the S&Y yard.
Making statements, you know what I mean? So Blue Divinci's situation is different. So did Blue Divinci get a safety valve? Is that what J Diggs saying?
Yeah, that's what J Diggs is saying. And also a few other people. There's even an author named Mara Shalhoub who wrote a book about.
Yeah, Blue said he got a safety valve.
Yeah, he did say that.
Turn me out.
Riding for my cutty on the move, I got the red eyes. Every time I think about these dudes, I see dead guys. You can't get no open casket, nope, that ain't suitable. I'm so disrespectful, I might pull up to that funeral. Gotta play your role, you can't argue with no boss. Send his mama roses like I'm sorry for your loss. I've been going through some shit and it's been playing on my mental. Then when to park the Benz and I'm back riding in these rentals. We gon' do the street, see, we can't take it to the courts. I've been sleeping on these niggas like your paper on the porch. I do all the cheating when it's war, ain't no fucking fair. I want all the smoke and I pull up like who the fuck in there? Woo! Hey, where them niggas at? They don't want no beef, they want peace, yeah, I figure that. Switches with extensions around this bitch, that's how I really get. Everybody killers to them killers, pull up killing shit. Line it up, I just want the fade, he need his mouth tape. Bitch nigga, all he do is talk, see he's a clout chaser. Rich nigga, I can make the call and cause chaos. Only getting smarter on you bitches, yeah, AI. Last thing you wanna do is poke and piss the bear off. Chestnut checkers, move the bitch and trap the square off. You don't follow rules, you gon' lose, and that's just consequences. Niggas swear they rich, but they be broke without a pot to piss. Oh, they done gas me up, it ain't no breaking, I'm accelerating. All I want is one-on-one with whack like I've been hella waiting. Gonna take this whooping like a man, and I'ma need that. See, I just left Southern California, and I'ma be back. Internet blogger, keyboarder, use a typer. Plus, use a shitty little boy, use a diaper. I've been trying to catch him in the air, but he ain't coming out. And if I catch him anywhere, then I'm gonna run him out. Woo! Hey, where them niggas at? They don't want no beef, they want peace, yeah, I figure that. Switches with extensions around this bitch, that's how I really get. Everybody killers to them killers, pull up killing shit. I heard all the talk about your hitters, boy, let's settle it. Look, we both got money and got killers, that's irrelevant. You can pick your poison, you got choices, this is optional. I just want the fade, you want the funk, you get the popsicle. Speaking on these cases and these crimes like you litigate, I can't seem to get it out my mind, you been penetrated. I just want the truth, but yeah, we know that ain't logical. So I'll be in this booth on your head, writing these chronicles. You know who I'm talking to, and yeah, I'm flaming all of y'all. You don't get no peace around this bitch unless I call it off. Yuck. And I don't fuck with him. And if I see him, then it's probably gonna go up with him. I ain't got no filter, I'm gonna speak it where I feel it at. Speaking on my dealings, on my children, I ain't feeling that. Niggas really clowns, got me frowning at this internet. I can post that spot where he lay down, but I ain't into that. Woo! Hey, where them niggas at? They don't want no beef, they want peace, yeah, I figure that. Switches with extensions around this bitch, that's how I really get. Everybody killers to them killers, pull up killing shit.
Let's go, dude.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all can go check that out. Hey, so we got what is it? Polk County massage parlors busted for alleged prostitution. They done bust 21 Asian workers. They say they
make a happy time.
Yeah. Some of they trying to say some are migrants, some they all over the country.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
And licensed massage therapists are facing charges after an undercover prostitution sting in Polk County. Fox 13's Carla Byron has details on an investigation that spanned multiple businesses.
Operation
Skin So Soft was a 2-day undercover operation that began after massage parlors were audited to make sure they comply with the law. Detectives went to 12 massage parlors in Davenport, Dundee, Lakeland, and Winter Haven to get massages from the licensed therapists. And 20 of the women offered to do sexual acts for money unprompted.
The undercover would say, no, just a massage, just a massage. So on 3 different occasions, she continued to try to come back and upcharge him to engage in sex.
Detectives are investigating whether human trafficking was involved.
That is a significant concern, and as you know, we're always looking out for the victims of human trafficking. But, you know, it doesn't take a great detective to figure out everybody's Asian, everybody's from China. I mean, there's not another Asian country represented here, according to these ladies. So I often wonder, why do you have people from communist China here on legal work visas where they...
Hey, you know, it's crazy because usually they try to be politically correct.
Yeah, he don't give a fuck.
He don't give a fuck. Yo, like, yeah, why you from communist China? Like, yo, come on.
can infiltrate such areas.
The sheriff says one of the suspects battered an undercover detective when he denied her advances. And another suspect was arrested outside the parlor for resisting arrest because she interfered with detectives while they placed another woman under arrest. The sheriff says he has a warning for those who may be interested in going to these places.
A word to the wise. If you don't want to get arrested and have your picture up here on a Skin So Soft bulletin board, don't do it.
Skin So Soft.
And this is the ladies that's doing it.
Operation Skin So Soft. God damn.
Because it was an undercover operation with our detectives. Next time, it can be the customers.
Investigators will be working with the federal government to revoke their work visas. In Polk County, Carla Byron, Fox 13 News.
They kicking them out.
Yeah, they getting
out. They kicking them out. Yo.
God damn, bro. This joke getting crazy. Already, bro.
Already, right?
It ain't even been a week yet. What the fuck?
Woo. Our motherfuckers better run for the hills. Hey, surviving sex trafficking.
What the man, the motherfuckers about to start scanning like roaches.
Mm-hmm. California deals with the biggest trafficking problem in the nation. Let's get to this.
That's another problem too. That damn sex trafficking shit, bro.
Yeah, they was talking.
Whether for labor or sex, the never-ending demand for bodies in America continues to plague the nation. So suppliers engage in the illegal work of selling people to meet that demand. The Bureau of Justice Statistics reports the number of people prosecuted for human trafficking in the United States has more than doubled from 2011 to 2021. Across the country, the Human Trafficking Hotline identifies California as the state with the biggest problem, with more than 3,100 tips received and more than 1,000 cases identified in 2023. Texas, the state with the next highest number of cases, reports almost 800 fewer tips and nearly 150 fewer cases than California.
Virginia's
so I took
the
an
third.
in-depth look at California's problem and how it reaches cities like
I was playing throwing one at Nutter and Virginia's the third.
Oh shit.
Bakersfield by speaking with the major players, including survivors, to show you the state of sex trafficking in Kern County.
Crazy.
Find the lowest priced health plans at healthforcalifornia.com.
Bro, that's some perverted stuff. Going around just like niggas can't meet girls no more, I guess. There's a lot of men that
Some may
can't get regular sex.
Say this is a picture of innocence.
Trick-or-treat.
Dozens of children dress up in costumes.
Say trick-or-treat.
There you go.
Say thank you.
Walking house to house, all in pursuit of candy.
She over here laughing. Come on, mama.
This is the childhood Odessa Perkins never had.
We skip the ones that don't have no light on.
But when you watch her with her grandchildren,
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
you would never suspect the tragedies in her past.
There was never a nonstop where, to me, there was peace and I just was able to live as a child.
Growing up in a troubled home was normal for Perkins.
What was that first experience like? Do you remember that?
I don't think you can ever forget.
When she was in junior high, she says winning her mother's approval and love was all she wanted as a young girl. So when her mom asked her to help the family, the answer was easy.
She took me in the house one day, had me shower, take a bath, something like that, and then she put perfume on me and we walked down the street.
There used to be a 7-Eleven gas station at this spot across the street from Bakersfield High School. And Perkins tells me the first time her mom sold her for sex, her trafficker picked her up in this alleyway. Her mom made the exchange for drugs.
When I went to that hotel with him, he had me do things to him and he did things to me. And then he turned around and dropped me off down the street from my house because he didn't want to be seen in front of my house dropping me off. And I went in the house and Mom told me take a shower and she said, "You did good."
Her mother would sell her to drug dealers, sometimes for money, other times for drugs.
I was told that I would be nothing more than a mattress for men to lay on.
For years, she endured the same ordeal. And with nowhere to turn, Perkins says she ended up in a physically abusive relationship.
So you learn to literally just deal with what you're given. I didn't believe in anything and anybody. And I didn't believe anybody cared about me either. Yeah.
Damn, nigga, that's a color purple moment.
Like there's a girl walking right here.
Under the cover of night, this may appear like a choice.
You see there's one girl standing out there right now.
But he tells me more often than not, exploiters force these women and girls through threats and manipulation to work these streets.
Having asked if they can get food, being denied food and breaks because they haven't made enough money, and having a quota before they could stop working. Like, those are the kind of things that are commonly happening to the girls you see out there working every night that look like they're having a good time.
This area, known as Bakersfield Blade or the Block, spans down Union Avenue between 2nd and 4th Streets.
This will look like traffic at Disneyland sometimes. It's just car after car after car, and it's a little wild how busy it gets.
Bailey says officers commonly find workers, buyers, and exploiters on popular back streets like V Street.
So you have cars that are pulling over like this with girls walking in the middle of the road, waving at people.
If you're driving down Union in the evening, you'll probably see several women walking up and down this block. But Bailey says the Johns who purchase these women for sex dates usually don't face prison time, because in California, solicitation is a misdemeanor, typically only punishable by a couple days at Lerdo. Purchasing a minor for sex, though, is a felony, punishable by prison time.
Man.
Motherfuckers wild, bro.
Slap on the wrist. Man, let's get to this. This shit funny. I mean, this is funny and not funny, but you know Paul Mooney, right? The comedian. Say you call out Latinos thinking that they're white, years before the 2024 election. Right.
Exit polls continue to circulate online. In this day and age, comedians have been looked at as current-day philosophers, commenting on society as a whole through their specific perspective. This isn't something new, as most comedians will talk about what they see and experience on stage. Now, oftentimes, history will repeat itself, making the comedians of that time appear like psychics, predicting the events of the world before they happen, when in actuality, we're just experiencing a historic reoccurrence. Paul Mooney has never strayed away from commenting on the current state of America, using race as a primary anchor. There have been many times throughout the history where the words of Mooney have become increasingly relevant, and this election season is no different. Just days after the 2024 presidential election, an old stand-up comedy clip of Mooney has resurfaced from his 2012 special, The Godfather Comedy, where he talks about Latinos thinking they're white and Puerto Ricans distancing themselves from specific Latino ethnicities, calling themselves Spanish. Additionally, Mooney would jokingly call Puerto Ricans Cubans and Dominicans black people that can swim.
Oh, race is a trip.
Mexicans were thinking they was white folks. They'd forgotten about the Alamo. All my Puerto Rican friends, I'm Spanish. Oh, a tall Mexican. No, I mean, I'm Spanish. I thought that was a language. Everybody gets it twisted. If you take an African zebra to Canada, it does not make it a Canadian zebra. Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans ain't nothing but black folks that can swim. You think that you better than us. Cause they dropped you off first.
Now, in the comments of this TikTok video where it was posted, one social media user would comment on the stand-up clip by providing some information. They would go on to write, the Dominican Republic has the 4th largest black population in the global African diaspora. Another social media user would chime in and share their own thoughts. Man, I miss Paul Mooney. He would tell a joke, but he never told us a lie. Now, this throwback clip has become relevant over the last week even more due to comedian Tony Hinchcliffe's speech at Donald Trump's rally at Madison Square Garden just before the election. Now, during his speech, Hinchcliffe would call Puerto Rico a pile of garbage in the ocean, infuriating many across the country. This highly publicized moment would be talked about throughout the week, with many political pundits, personalities, and Americans expressing their outrage over Hinchcliffe's comments. Some would even theorize that those comments would cost Donald Trump the election. Obviously, that didn't happen. As it was announced earlier this week, Donald Trump would be elected as the next president of the United States. Now, interesting enough, election results have also shown that Hinchcliffe's comments did little to sway people from voting for Trump, as NBC News will report the national exit polls from the 2024 election. Those results would show that 55% of Latino men voted for Donald Trump, making them the 2nd largest demographic to vote Republican this year behind white men. The same source would also report that 38% of Latino women voted for Trump, which is the 3rd fewest behind black women and black men.
Let's get to this. This is recent. U.S. Y'all can hear me. U.S. deports over 300 migrants from Guatemala. They are, what? It ain't been a week, right? Just been a week, right? This nigga, he not wasting no time, yo.
Porque nosotros aquí no nos vamos a robar, sino que vamos porque necesitamos. Nosotros sufrimos de pobreza aquí en nuestro país, ¿verdad? Entonces, nosotros así de todo corazón le pedimos ahora a Donald Trump que él ganó, entonces que por lo menos nos dé esa oportunidad.
He said, we are not going to steal. We suffer from poverty here in our country. We now ask Donald Trump to give us opportunity. Okay.
¿Verdad? Entonces nosotros
Donald Trump's, it ain't his to give.
Vamos con ganas de trabajar.
Quiero instarlos a que pues cambien las políticas que tienen, que ayuden a los migrantes, porque casi el 80% somos latinos y somos los que que somos los que trabajamos y los que luchamos para que las grandes empresas crezcan más. Y pues gracias a los latinos, los gringos, como decimos acá, los estadounidenses, pues tienen sus empresas y nosotros como latinos somos los que más chambeamos, somos los más aguantadores.
See, he feels that they people work the most at the jobs.
See, but that's the problem they don't realize, bro, is we don't have a shortage of workers or anything like that. And it ain't about being better workers. It's the factor that you guys are coming over here. They're not even bringing the educated.
Right.
A person with any type of anything. We're talking about people who you gotta give assistance to. It's not like you coming in and you coming in America, you start a business on day one. No, somebody's gotta front you.
You gotta give you all types of
You
aid.
know, and it ain't like you paying it back. So a person gotta front you, and then all of a sudden you don't come in here and be like you're the hardest worker.
I don't know what to do anymore because we left a very terrible regime. Returning to Venezuela is like being shot in the head. We do not know what to do. May it be God's will, since we are taking this course, that we have to arrive, even if it is to knock on the door, to see if they open it for us. I don't know what to do anymore because we left a very terrible regime. Returning to Venezuela is like being shot in the head.
Regresar a Venezuela es como que nos estuvieran dando un tiro a cada uno en la cabeza.
Donald Trump doesn't like Latinos. Donald Trump said he was going to remove all Latinos from the United States, a massive deportation. So now it's going to be harder to get in. There are going to be new laws, new regulations, new rules, and now it's going to be harder for us Latinos to get there.
In his winning speech, the president-elect reiterated his commitment to seal the borders, insisting that only legal immigration would be allowed. The president-elect's plan could further impose limitations on Biden-era programs like humanitarian parole and temporary protected status that temporarily allow some migrants to remain in the United States.
We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly. We're going to fix our borders. We're going to fix everything about our country, and we made history for a reason.
For migrants who use social media platforms like Telegram.
What'd you say, bro? What'd you say?
Now I'm talking to 6 Doug.
Crack the U.S. immigration policies, the election outcome has dampened their hopes severely. Several expressed frustration, with some saying that had there been a woman president like Claudia Sheinbaum, their lives would take a different trajectory.
I wanted them to elect a woman in the United States elections just as we did here. That way they would have seen eye to eye because Mr. Trump is arbitrary, misogynist, racist.
I promise you, nigga, they talking like nigga as if we owe them nigga. I mean, you coming with bro. If I come to your country, I'm gonna come with something to offer. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm gonna be of service. I'm gonna join your military. I don't know. I'm gonna be of service. Something. Don't just come and just. We want a better life, and we want all your benefits. You know what I'm saying? And then talk crap. You know who gets talk crap to the most? Black people. You know who gets left behind the most? Black people. That's why this has to happen, bro.
Yeah.
You can't remove us.
We work the hardest.
That is the most craziest shit to say right there. Why you ain't working hard there?
See, that's what I don't. I'm like, okay.
We don't owe y'all. We don't owe you.
That's my thing.
I got love for everyone.
But yeah, I got love for everybody. But at the same time, what's the infrastructure? Why is it? Y'all got land, bro. Y'all got land. Y'all got resources. He talking about the regime. It shouldn't be no regime there. It's like you said, like they, they feel America owes them or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, how? Shit crazy.
Trajectory.
I wanted them to elect a woman in the United States elections just as we did here. That way they would have seen eye to eye because Mr. Trump is...
So that's a building right there. They got some palm trees around, some pavement, nigga.
This woman don't know how America works, talking about a woman would have made a difference. Man, they used them damn Hispanics for votes. And the whole country basically voted that madness out.
Uh-huh.
Arbitrary, misogynist, racist.
Arbitrario, misógeno, racista.
Why would you want to come to the country that you feel that way about?
I promise you, it sounds like somebody think you owe them. Like
Now, throughout the campaign, Donald Trump vowed to complete his border wall and deport millions of illegal immigrants. He's even promised to hire an additional 10,000 Border Patrol agents and impose tougher restrictions on asylum.
So in order to meet the goal of hiring 10,000 new agents, we need the agents. We need them badly. And keeping our incredible veteran agents on the force. Don't leave us.
A post-election YouGov survey shows that Donald Trump has the support of 53% of Americans on immigration matters, compared to just 45% for Vice President Kamala Harris. As of now, the reality for migrants remains uncertain as they weigh their next steps, with many deciding to give up on their chances of crossing into the United States.
Hello and welcome to this special edition of Vantage, live from the White House. America is Trump country again. He will be the 47th president of the United States of America. They're live from the White House, soon to be the new residence of Donald Trump. It was also here that Donald Trump brokered the Abraham Accords. So the voters have a legitimate question in their mind.
What push?
You gotta, what the Hispanics fail to realize, when you come into America, and that's anybody, your first thing you're supposed to do is win the hearts and minds of the American people.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we're the ones who voted them out. So that means that we didn't get nothing out of their presence being here. Like I said, if Hispanics don't hire black and white people, and they only hire their own kind, then when this moment comes right here, the whole country rejected them. And they're looking at everybody like, why didn't you stand up? But the point of the matter is you do you. And America isn't a place where you do you. You have to hire white people. You have to hire black people. You can't hire your own.
Yeah.
This is the reason why the vote went against you. Black and white people voted your ass out. You know, it's the real shit. But when you come to America, you should be trying to win everybody over. So when the deportation talk come up, nah, ain't nobody gonna kick you out. They like, nah, man, they hire us, they fuck with us.
Mm-hmm.
But you do you and you do your own people, that's why that happened right there. I think most of them are selfish, bro. Like, you can come in this country and be prejudiced or anything. You need us.
There you go. That's real talk, dog. Like, I mean, you see other groups that came to the country, and even in the past, a lot of them came, you know, just in my opinion, they came with businesses and shit, or they brought something to the table when coming.
Yeah, like I was a tailor and I brought my tailor business.
Right. Like,
yeah.
The Italians, they brought a lot of businesses. You know, you had people that was inventors that came from, you know, other places, you know, other countries. You coming as a workforce, and the corporations, they know that, okay, well, you know, y'all people y'all gonna take the shitty jobs at low prices. So yeah, you know, we'll hire you. But that's been going on for so long that nigga, it's ultimately done fucked the economy up. You know what I'm saying? In the eyes of people. So, yeah. They said a cartel war explode threats to spill into America. That's crazy.
That shit gonna be hard, boy. Tell you.
They're gonna war. The cartel's gonna war against the American government.
Shit,
the back of a pickup truck.
How
He
they
was then
gonna make
driven
their
to a
money?
secret land.
The border on, you get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You know they got what you say? They got their own little army though.
To continue service after the military. Many Navy federal employees are veterans, military politicians, just casually going to hang out with the governor. So El Mayo claims that he was lured there under false pretense.
Go check out Task and Purpose, man. Go to that channel. Go check it out.
and was instead ambushed, blindfolded, forced into the back of a pickup truck. He was then driven to a secret landing strip where the plane flew him and Lopez to Texas and El Paso instead. Once there, U.S. authorities made the arrest. El Mayo claims that this was also Lopez could cut a deal with the United States and get a sweetheart deal, a lighter sentence. He released a 2-page letter through his lawyer with this whole version of events, claiming that he was double-crossed by Lopez. He's basically saying that El Chapo's son tried to do the cartel version of a coup. Now, why does any of that matter? In the cartel world, loyalty is everything. So a betrayal of this magnitude, especially at such a high level, it's almost unheard of. If true, this raises questions about how deeply the DEA and FBI have infiltrated into the cartel and how much the US government may or may not have kept from Mexican authorities about this operation. One thing is for sure though, El Mayo made his accusations public so it would send a message back home to anyone loyal to him in the cartel. There was a tense period that lasted for about a month after El Mayo was arrested. All of the people in Sinaloa were holding their breath, waiting to see what would happen next. How was it all going to shake out? Would the cartel's 2 factions, one loyal to Lopez and one loyal to El Mayo, find a way to resolve this peacefully? By early September, we knew that would not be the case. It would be war. One of revenge and vying for control to fill this power vacuum left in the Sinaloa cartel. According to Reuters, new brutal methods are now being used. Tactics that would only ever occur to Gen Z cartel members. What they do is they stop you in the street or in your car at one of their roadblocks that they've set up, and then they demand to see your phone. If they find that you've been in contact with a rival faction, if you're chatting with the wrong person, then they put a bullet in your head and they kidnap everyone in the vehicle. Then they go after the people on your cell phone contact list to track them down. Today, gang wars have gotten a lot more complicated than just needing to wear the correct colors. You need to make sure you're not following the wrong people on Instagram too. Since September 9th, more than 260 people have been killed in the city and 200 kidnapped, which explains why the Mexican military has responded in the way that they did, and we'll get into that in a minute. But all this came as a shock, because over the past few years, they've been relatively peaceful there and lower homicide rates than ever before. This peace wasn't provided by the police and the government though. The reason for this stability was because there was a
being forced to see ads? Getting paid to see ads? Do you know how much of
the dominance by one single criminal organization which stopped all the smaller turf wars? It's what I like to call good old-fashioned put your head in the sand approach. But anyone who's been bullied in high school knows hiding only makes things worse in the end. With the government looking the other way, they didn't have a problem with the Sinaloa cartel as long as their existence didn't make news headlines. But they only grew more powerful during this time. According to historian Benjamin Smith, the reason this has destabilized the situation so much is because El Mayo's job at this point was to mediate between the Sinaloa cartel and the Mexican government. He was kind of like their liaison, keeping the peace until now. So the recent surge in violence is like a volcano that hasn't erupted in years. It's paralyzed the people living there, with parents refusing to even send their kids to school. But there is one organization that might still stand in the way of the cartel, aside from their own factions. The Mexican military has been deployed to stop the war. They've been tasked with urban combat in a city with a population of 1 million people, a difficult job for any unit. Squads of soldiers are seen pictured in luxury apartment buildings and homes in the city center. Some of them bombed out, burnt up cartel living rooms. Gun battles between Mexican soldiers and the cartel have sent locals diving for cover in supermarkets and cafes. In response, cartel members set fire to vehicles and left them in the middle of the road in an effort to block military reinforcements from reaching the city. Still, over 125 Mexican armored vehicles have arrived. But the first thing that the Mexican military did might actually surprise you and sound kind of counterintuitive. They went in and they disarmed all of the local police, took away all their weapons. Why? They do this every time there's concerns that the local cops are corrupt and working with the cartel.
Mexican Marines and federal troops went in, surrounded Acapulco police headquarters. They charged into the building. They essentially arrested 700 cops. They took their guns, their bullets, their bulletproof vests, and their radios.
The Complexity Science Hub, which is a research institute in Vienna, estimates that as many as 175,000 people are on the cartel's payroll, making them the 5th largest employer in Mexico. The second thing that they did was go weapons-free, hunting cartel members. On September 21st, security forces were involved in 3 separate shootouts with cartel factions. Gunmen tried to flee into nearby apartment buildings, but the Mexican army laid siege to the entire complex. They stormed the building and they eliminated 3 of the attackers and they arrested the 4th. On October 21st, though, there was the most intense firefight of the battle so far. Mexican troops came under fire from a platoon-sized 30-man team. They returned fire, eliminating 19 of the cartel members. When they checked their bodies, they found evidence that they were from the El Mayo faction. To this, I would like to extend the biggest unironic hua to the soldiers of the Mexican army who were on the front lines of this fight. Whatever criticism that we might have about how the U.S. and Mexican government have handled the war on drugs.
Yeah, because they won with the whole government in Mexico.
Yeah.
a lot of these lower enlisted soldiers have displayed incredible bravery. To that point, 2 Mexican army soldiers were injured in the shootout, and many civilians have been caught in the crossfire. But despite soldiers' best efforts in their attempts to restore order in the city, residents still refuse to open up businesses, and I can understand why. I'm going to quickly list off some of the horrors that we've been seeing here over the past 2 months. An elementary school found a severed head on school grounds early in the morning. In another account, there were unmarked van that was abandoned on the street, packed full of 6 bodies in trash bags, just left there for days, until the cops finally found it. In the heat of Mexico, this is not a pretty picture. A Catholic priest who was a peace activist was murdered, gunned down on the street in broad daylight. Media buildings have been shot up to intimidate and send a message not to report on them. About 96% of all crimes in Sinaloa are never solved. The cartel basically operates with impunity. The Financial Times spoke with a 35-year-old resident of the city who said, quote, "It's like a narco pandemic. The city's being held hostage." They wouldn't give their name for fear of reprisals against them and their family, which just goes to show the state of what's happening over there. Yes, it's true that this state has been the home base of Sinaloa cartel since its founding for like 5 decades, so residents here say that they're kind of accustomed to this sort of thing. But what makes all of this unlike anything that we've seen before is that it's gone on for nearly 2 months now, when normally these periods of violence usually sparks up for only a couple of days. Meanwhile, the governor here, Ruben Moya, said, quote, "The government is not overpowered at all. On the contrary, we're increasingly better positioned to confront the violence. And there's no shortage of violence. In the latest civil war between the El Mayo faction and the Little Chapitos, as they're called, Lopez's faction, the new tactics that they're using remind me of some of the rumors that I heard when I was growing up about some of the cartel's horrific tactics, like the Colombian necktie, for instance. And if you don't know what that is, I strongly encourage you to not Google it if you're eating right now. So this new generation is taking knives and sticking them through sombreros and pizza boxes to their murdered victims. Don't worry, it gets worse than that. An indictment from the U.S. Justice Department in 2023 claimed that the Chapitos also used corkscrews, electrocution, hot chilies, not even sure what they did with those, and they also fed their victims to tigers while they were alive. All of this is what YouTube would prefer me to call enhanced interrogation techniques.
Damn.
Man, that's crazy.
That's some wild shit. Hey, man.
Yeah, them niggas is evil down there.
Man. So they'll say, well, you know, that's why we trying to get to America.
Yeah, now you see why they running from down there. You get what I'm saying?
No, niggas. They coming from Venezuela and Bolivia. That's not Mexico. We got niggas coming from the other island.
Yeah.
Shit, the cartels up in Mexico too.
Shit, that's right down the street for shit show.
Yeah. DOJ charges 3 men in trying to kill Iranian man. Plot to kill Donald Trump.
Damn, bro.
CNN's Evan
Bro, I call this right here false flag.
Okay.
Let's go, Push.
As following the story, also with us is CNN military analyst, retired Colonel Cedric Layton. And first to you, Evan, what more are you hearing from the DOJ?
Well, we know that 2 of these people are already in custody. These are people who were working with what prosecutors say is an IRGC operative, essentially, somebody who recruited these folks when he was serving time in U.S. prison. And the leader of this alleged plot, according to prosecutors, his name is Farhad Shakari. He is 51 years old. He is back in Iran, is obviously not under arrest. And according to prosecutors, he was tasked with recruiting people who would be able to carry out assassinations in the United States, people who were on their list of enemies. One of them, of course, is somebody who was a dissident, someone who was a critic of the Iranian regime. We don't know the name of that person. That person is not identified in here. But according to prosecutors, these 2 men followed this person and were essentially trying to figure out ways, their comings and goings, to make sure they knew where exactly they could carry out this assassination. Now, the one that obviously sticks out to all of us is a plot that Shakari was tasked with on October 7th, according to the prosecutors, to try to carry out an assassination of Donald Trump Obviously, this is before the election. It's not the first attempt by the Iranians, according to the FBI, to do an assassination against Donald Trump. Also on the list were 2 Jewish U.S. citizens, according to prosecutors in New York. Again, he was trying to pay $500,000 to carry out these assassinations. And also Israeli tourists in Sri Lanka were on the IRGC list. Again, all of this, according to prosecutors, part of a broader effort by the Iranians to target dissidents, people, enemies that the Iranians have on their list. Of course, you remember back in the summer, there was a Pakistani man who was arrested. He was sent here specifically, according to the FBI, to try to find people to carry out an assassination against Donald Trump, against other people, including people inside the current administration, and to do surveillance, essentially, and information collecting for the IRGC.
Colonel Layton, what stands out to you about this news, and how do you think the effort by Iran to sort of recruit or outsource this effort would have worked? Would that have been an efficient plan?
Maybe not the most efficient plan, but it's very typical of the Iranians, Boris. And one of the things that they do is when they go after certain targets, like a prominent politician or, somebody who is, on their target list like Israeli tourists, they're going to find others to do it. It's basically the same method that they use with Hezbollah and with Hamas, use proxy forces. So this is a microcosm of that. What they're trying to do on the Iranian side is they're trying to go in and in some ways have plausible deniability, at least initially when it comes to assassination attempts like this. But it's also, as Evan was mentioning, these are intelligence collection efforts with a purpose, with a goal in mind. They're basically preparing the battle space, so to speak, for these actions. They want to know movements, they want to know who's going where, what their targets are doing. And when they do that kind of thing, there's a lot of intelligence that they have to collect in order to be successful. And these particular suspects are ones that would have been recruited by the Iranians. They probably have an ideological bent that favors the Iranians, and they're using that in order to actually go after these targets. So if they were to be successful with that, of course, it would have a major implication for U.S. policy in the Middle
told federal investigators that he was tasked by an Iranian government official with planning the Republicans' murder before the U.S. election. According to court documents, Shakari explained that he was instructed in September to assemble a plan within 7 days to murder Trump and that, quote, money's not an issue. If the 7-day timeline wasn't possible, Shakari claimed that he was told to wait until after the election, as the Iranian official believed Trump would lose and would then be easier to kill. Shakari, an Afghan national who immigrated to the U.S. and was later deported, is believed to be somewhere in Iran. Justice Department there does say that 2 other men have been arrested after Shakari became a prominent Iranian-American journalist. A lot to discuss. Do want to bring in Joe Truzman, a senior research analyst and editor at the Foundation for Defense of Democracy's Long War Journal. Thank you so much, as always, Joe, for taking the time to join us and help break this down. Obviously, a lot to discuss here.
No, absolutely. I appreciate you having me here on.
Of course. Well, I do kind of want to go back to basics here and break this all down, because a lot of folks don't necessarily know why Iran has targeted Donald Trump, and that's, of course, something that's happened over several years. So can you kind of break that down for us?
Yeah, essentially what Iran is trying to attempt here is that they're responding or acting out against specifically Donald Trump, President-elect Donald Trump, for the assassination or the targeted killing of Qasem Soleimani. This occurred when President-elect Donald Trump was in office in January 2020. President-elect Trump ordered a drone strike against Qasem Soleimani, who at the time was the chief of the IRGC's Quds Force. The Quds Force is one of the branches of Iran's military apparatus, so they're very important. Nevertheless, the strike that occurred in Baghdad, just right outside the airport, back in January 2020, was a significant event, right? And not only did it kill Qasem Soleimani, but it also killed the chief of the Popular Mobilization Forces in Iraq. So this was a significant event. So what Iran has been doing all these years is trying to respond, or rather assassinate Trump over this drone strike.
What stood out to you overall about these allegations? Because they are some fairly lengthy court documents, but what did kind of stick out in your mind as you were looking through all of it?
Right. So interestingly, it wasn't necessarily what was in the documents. Okay, what I would say concerns me more than anything is that Iran is trying to assassinate a former president and now the president-elect. And it tells me that Iran is willing to risk an all-out war with the United States, right? And that kind of shows the state of mind that they're in. And
I was ready to say that too.
Important here to note is that this attempted assassination that was thankfully thwarted is only one attempt in many, not only against the former president, but against obviously journalists, including as well as not only just on American soil, but we've seen it in Israel, for example, spy ring.
I was ready to say that too. Them niggas ready to start another whole war.
Yeah, that's crazy. What's your thoughts on that, Push? What's your thoughts on that, Push?
Nah, bro, I just think that timing is everything. You know what I'm saying? And when they wanted to fight Russia, you know, it was Russia. Now it's Iran. You know, and
yeah,
that's the problem with this shit, bro. Is his support for Israel is the only issue that I have. At the end of the day, you know, which makes him a warmonger because you use Israel, you know. So I don't know, man. They don't tell them stories properly, man. You blew up one of their generals. What you think they're supposed to try to do? You know, and then they'd be like, well, he's the general sent snipers to kill American troops in Afghanistan. Well, we were over there stealing their damn heroin, bro.
Right.
I mean, like, tell the story right. Don't you? It's some weird shit. Like, my nigga, you going over there, you robbing my shit. Okay, we fighting, and now you gonna get mad at me for fighting you for stealing my shit.
They demonize you. They demonize them.
That's why I said, like, this is like a reason for Trump to support Israel bombing Iran. So they'll be like, well, basically to me, draw up a narrative out of nowhere. All of a sudden, you know, you got this Iranian plot. You know, they even said that.
Oh, but you on to something. You on,
bro.
Shit show, bro.
I'm trying to tell you. And now all of a sudden, Israel gets this backing by United States to fight Iran or do whatever, you know, and it'll look like Trump ain't got no war because it's Israel doing it. So this shit is proxy. It's that's my only problem with Trump. That's my only problem with him right there.
Okay, shit.
That first one that shot his ear, the first one that shot his ear, they said the Iranians hired him.
Yeah, I heard that.
I'm like a 20-year-old, but man, his family is all straight up military CIA.
They sacrificed that boy.
So it's more than just if it was Iran. I mean, they had Biden tried to kill Trump. Like, come on.
Legend, you're a legend.
legend.
Established by the IRGC, attempting to assassinate officials. So this isn't anything new here. So at the end of the day, again, it's just telling to me and concerns me that Iran is willing to risk all-out war against the United States.
Do you see any end in sight to all of this, the attempts on Trump's life? Because, again, it's important to note that he was just reelected. He's going to spend the next 4 years in office. So is Iran going to continue to try this?
I haven't seen evidence or any rhetoric from Iranian officials that they will stop completely, or that more than anything, that they'll abandon this strategy. I think they may pause, right? And that's something that could definitely happen while Donald Trump is president. But I haven't seen any evidence to suggest that they'll just stop this altogether. Now we have to understand here that Iran, right, has not been compelled to abandon the strategy, all right, over the last years. They haven't. So this is why they keep trying. And my fear is that one day they'll be successful here, right? Because this isn't the first time that they've tried this. So again, I don't think they'll stop, but they may cease while President Trump is in office.
I guess that leads to the question, you touched on this already, but is that essentially, let's say that Iran does move forward with a plan and attempts to assassinate Trump, does that lead to an all-out war between the U.S. and Iran? I can't imagine that the U.S. doesn't respond to something like that.
Right. Just as I said before, I think it would lead to a war. Now, here's the thing about Iran. I have every confidence that they've strategized this and they've thought several steps ahead, especially if this attempt would have been successful. All right. And I think the way they are seeing it, or the way they view it, and what they signaled is that.
What'd you say, Nutter?
That shit personal though. I mean, they ain't try to blow up nothing. They just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Try to get him out the game.
An American response to an assassination.
What's the next move they'll try to do then? They gonna, you know what I mean?
Poison them.
Bro, like I said, they killed one of their people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes Trump a problem, just like Obama. I mean, he's droning every goddamn body. It's like, nigga, get out of their country, make America great, get the hell out of Ukraine, all these, but they want strongholds. And that's what Israel is, a damn stronghold. Tired of them, bro.
We be sending money over there.
Sending money, and all they do is blow up. And look how they did Palestine, bro. Like, boy, 1,000 people, the whole place got it.
Keep giving.
I ain't saying no people's lives wasn't important.
It was.
You know, but to destroy a whole
you keep on pumping weapons, giving them weapons on the black market.
Yeah, instead of minding their own goddamn business.
Yeah.
So I can't get mad, man, when you go and you kill somebody's family member and now there's some longevity, revenge.
Yeah, plot on you. Shit show.
That the whole American people gonna suffer. Payback's a B.
I remember that
like
shit
this.
too.
Would only be temporary. That effectively, that the Iranian regime would survive a war against the United States here. Okay, and again, that's another concerning aspect about this. So it would lead to war, I think. But would the Iranian regime survive? I think the way they view it, I think they would.
They got
Following
nukes.
Trump's
What you
They
talking?
got nukes. Iran got nukes. Israel got nukes. Our country isn't going to hit Iran because Iran got nukes.
Yeah.
And the thing is North Korea is their dirty dog for Russia, the whole BRICS nation. North Korea wants to bomb our country.
They can't wait. You probably be walking back and
Who
forth.
you think gave the Iranians the nukes? The North Koreans. That's how they got the nukes. So yeah, you ain't gonna do nothing to them. Even when Israel went and bombed, you know they didn't hit none of their oil fields. They ain't hit nothing important.
Goddamn Putin. Trump talk about that nigga scared of him. That man ain't scared of you, dog.
That dude ain't scared, bro. That nigga
Man,
with
Trump
over
be kissing
6,000
that nigga
nukes, bro. 6,000 nukes. That's enough to destroy the whole world.
Election, is the threat of a major attack by Iran on Israel still a possibility? We heard that mentioned a lot over the past couple weeks here. Iran has threatened both the U.S. and Israel and said they are going to retaliate for Israel's retaliation on Iran. But is that still a possibility? Because it kind of seems as though Iran maybe fears Trump.
Right, very good questions. I think there is this window right now, okay, until Donald Trump goes into office. So it's the possibility is still there. The rhetoric, for sure, from Iranian officials, from Iranian military officials as well, that rhetoric that they're going to respond is there. So I think the big question here, okay, is how they're going to respond. Are they going to respond the way they did before, with ballistic missiles from Iran, or are they going to use a third country, right? Or they're going to employ their militias in Yemen, in Iraq, for example, to carry out this attack. I don't. It's hard to say, but it's definitely a possibility. Do they fear a Trump administration, or what can happen now between now and when Trump comes into office? I haven't seen evidence to suggest that they would fear anything. They would fear that. Maybe some concern, okay? But everything that they've said and done so far is that they seem that that they haven't been compelled to stop this strategy of directly attacking Israel.
And what you're looking at on the left-hand side of your screen is a live look over the Israel-Lebanon border, because I want to touch on the situation between Hezbollah and Israel as well. We've seen these attacks that do continue. We're talking dozens of rockets that are fired near daily from Hezbollah in Lebanon over at Israel. And it also seems like we're seeing more injuries and deaths that are reported among Israelis as a result of that rocket fire. Do you see any sort of end in sight to all of that?
Yes, so we are seeing a lot of destruction, especially in northern Israel, from Hezbollah rocket fire. And we have to remind viewers that Israel's missile defense system is not 100%, okay? It does miss, and what Hezbollah and other terrorist organizations, what they do is when they fire at Israel, they don't just fire 1 or 2 rockets. They fire in a barrage, right? Because it increases the likelihood of at least 1 rocket getting through and hitting civilian infrastructure, for example. So I think that's the case here.
Yeah, man.
That's wild,
wild shit, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get up out of here, man. What's your final thoughts on this whole shit, bro?
I don't know. We shall see what I don't know, bro. Like,
you think Trump gonna be able to get
control shit?
Yeah, he said he can stop the war.
Hell no.
The conflict.
That nigga scared of Putin in the first place. He ain't fucking with that nigga. Putin probably looking for a reason to goddamn beef with Trump. For real, now that he back in the office.
Yeah, it's gonna be real interesting.
Like, you goddamn talk about in the debate, you talk about the man scared of you and shit, like the man ain't see that shit, man. Get the fuck out of here. I'm just saying. That's crazy. Well, let me make this announcement real quick. Hey, y'all pray for Eve, man. She just went through some bullshit on here.
Okay.
And I see she was kind of, upset about the shit. So pray for Eve, man. Hope she get through what she going through and get better for shit show. Fuck the fuck, nigga. Do you?
For sure. Yo, what you got coming up, Nutty, man?
Tomorrow, man, we got I'm gonna do that reaction to my nigga Call Me D, the Richmond VA hitman.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So y'all goddamn be on the lookout for that for shit show.
Man, what the hell? Said man accused of planting explosives at the Hard Rock Casino. That's wild. Yo, what's up, Kush, man? What we got coming up, bro?
You know me.
Shit, more
upload in the week. You know, it'll be dropping in the days to come. So content, working on content.
Putting in that work.
Yeah, Push just dropped something, man. Y'all go check that out.
Oh yeah, green screen on the way, so I'm gonna be doing uploads of story time with Big Nutter, man. So y'all be on the lookout for that too.
Yeah, go subscribe to Big Nutter Gaming channel too.
Yeah, for shit show. Yeah, subscribe to Big Nutter Game.
Yeah, y'all go check out Fire Mike's XL, man. Get to it. That's for that GTA real play. You know what I'm saying? Role play. And keep your notifications on, man. We get up out of here, man. Peace and love, man.
Peace out, y'all.
Peace.
This little motherfucker better than a bitch. I threw my soul on this motherfucking beat. I kill a nigga just to make sure that I eat. Listen to my heart, I hear my daughter when that beat. Talk to Moo, he hear that say when I speak, yeah. Mama told me watch all the company you keep, yeah. Slide on the west and then we post up on the east, yeah. I'm on your neck, it ain't no motherfucker sleep, yeah. Creep up on you, I know some motherfucking creeps, yeah. Just be patient till time gon' come. Like a rock star on the stage, I just mind my drum. Pull a pistol in the middle of some beef, I'm behind my gun. If it ain't the police, you could never name a time I run. Easty nigga, I kept that dope in my sock, okay? You better duck or get motherfucking shot, yeah, okay? You ain't my brother if you fucking with ops, yeah, okay? Stick up your plug and have him take me to your spot, yeah, okay? See, you don't understand that peek through them blinds. I was dancing with the devil, brother, time after time. Guarantee you see murder, you take a look inside my eyes. Money called me and told me they all acting surprised. Can't believe what you saying, I know you wear a disguise. You gon' fail trying to play me, you gon' die trying to try. Put some shots in this upper body, put his soul in the sky. I am not with the back and forth, all my niggas trying to slide. I'm feeling through my soul on this motherfucking beat. I kill a nigga just to make sure that I eat. Listen to my heart, I hear my daughter when that beats. Talk to Moo, he hear that shame when I speak, yeah. Mama told me watch all the company you keep, yeah. Slide on the west and then we post up on the east, yeah. I'm on your neck, it ain't no motherfucking sleep, yeah. Creep up on you, I know some motherfucking creeps, yeah. See, you don't hate me, you just hate the addiction. I remember being alone in the most fucked up position. I pray to God every night, remove me out these conditions. They gon' judge before they know you and really see how you live. Can't expect you to pay attention and really seek out the difference. But let me warn you, please keep my name up out of your mentions. I'd rather. Nah, fuck that nigga, I'm finna go to gang mines.
Let that shit ride, 88. Hey, yo, Pluto, you going brazen?
I just need some time, I'm trying to think straight. I just need a moment in my own space. Ask me how I'm doing, I say okay, yeah. But ain't that what we all say?
Taking risks for them to knock us, trying to build up a knocker. I took trips and got it poppin', streets of rap, the only option. I've been contemplating, still I was saving up every dollar. Broski made 100,000 off a double sale product. He not the type to brag about it, even though he got it, Free the main sniper for the fact that he was solid. More focused than the pilot, Turnpike to get the bricks, I'm smoking while I'm driving. They can't see behind these tents, I'm knowing that I'm wildin'. But fuck it, I like a challenge, sticking move through Staten Island. I can prove that I ain't lying, park up at McDonald's while I was waiting for the order, praying I can make it safe across the water.
I just need some time, I'm trying to think straight. I just need a moment in my own space. Ask me how I'm doing, I say okay, yeah. But ain't that what we all say? Sometimes I think back to the old days and the pointless conversations with the old me, yeah. Like when my mama used to hold me. I wish somebody would've told me if you would.
Still locked in, I'm praying God bust them gates for me. Trying to see the brighter side, asparagus and steak for me. Faithfully, every night, chef cooked the plate for me. Till then, I'm in the mix, good as bricks with no bake on me. What a nigga gonna take from me? Unless he rob me when I ain't got the aid on me. And even then, next time I see you, you get 8 from me. It ain't no cap in my raps, go ahead and play with me. Go ahead and play with me.
I just need some time, I'm trying to think straight. I just need a moment in my own space. Ask me how I'm doing, I say okay, yeah. But ain't that what we all say?
She used to hold me.
I'm coming straight from the bottom, yeah. I had to hustle, yeah. I had no option. Full loaded 40 on me. No certain moves, if you move, I'ma pop it. Bitch, I'm a low. Source was cracking the nigga, it ain't no was poppin'. I had to trap, they didn't wanna give me no jobs. I had no option. Yeah, bitch, I'm from the grove. Door of your foes, yeah. I'm in this bitch with my bros. Bitches are cold. I get them up by the low. Yeah, by the low, yeah. Solid bitch, I never fold. I never fold, bitch. I'm hot as a torch. Try to touch me, you get scorched. Car faster than a Porsche. All I know, watch me score. Master Yoda got the force. That's all I think that there's no force. They don't wanna see me young. That's why I did this on my own. Own or nigga shit. No handouts, so no loans. So don't call my phone. I get my whole city hope. They telling me that I'm the GOAT. You can go and take a vote. Where they come from cooking coke. Play with guns and out my nose. Bitch, you know I'm really young. I would gang until I go. Roll cold until I go. Bitch, you know just how it go. Yeah, you know I'm reppin' foes. Yeah, I'm coming straight from the bottom, yeah. I had to hustle, yeah, I had no option. Full loaded 40 on me. No certain moves, if you move, I'ma pop it. Bitch, I'm a low. Source was cracking, the nigga, it ain't know what's poppin'. I had to trap, they didn't wanna give me no jobs, I had no option. Yeah, bitch, I'm from the grove. Door up your foes, yeah. I'm in this bitch with my bros. Bitches a goat. I get them in, get them out by the low. Yeah, by the low. Yeah, solid bitch, I never fold. I never fold. I'm coming straight from the bottom, yeah. I had to hustle, yeah, I had no option. Full loaded 40 on me. No certain moves, if you move, I'ma pop it. Bitch, I'm a low. Source was cracking, the nigga, it ain't know what's poppin'. I had to trap, they didn't wanna give me no jobs, I had no option. Yeah, bitch, I'm from the grove. Door up your foes, yeah. I'm in this bitch with my bros. Bitches a goat. I get them in, get them out by the low. Yeah, by the low, yeah. Solid bitch, I never fold. I never fold.